Then let's
look at that genuine Rhodesian mag. Look at that magazine.
Turn this
The mag looks.
Let's hit
the mag
start
looks pretty, I will
here.
say.
Okay, so
I got
we
lucky with those. I just ordered them and they gave me.
Yeah, we should be feeding out to the people out there. If you guys can hear us, let me know. Right now, I can actually just see the ad is running, a Palmetto State Armory ad.
How does that happen all the time?
I think PSA helps out player, which is nice, you know. Even though our buddy Dark hates PSA, but we'll forgive him. We'll forgive him.
Well,
yeah.
Everybody does.
I don't know what. I don't think we got into that on the last one.
It's cool to hate PSA right now for some reason. I don't.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
There's a lot of hate for them. Like if you go on Twitter, there's a lot of people that, and I don't fully understand why.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people are just a little frustrated. Okay, let's see. So we should be feeding out to the folks out there in the world. I'm waiting to see if anyone is acknowledging our authority. Let's see. I don't see anyone saying anything yet, but I'm going to assume that we're feeding. Everything's good.
We got check email. We go to email here, and we say, "Who Moved My Freedom Podcast went live."
Okay, yeah. I think it is live. Yeah, I was just concerned about the audio, but I think we're good. All right, so let's not dilly-dally up in here. Let's just hit the button and get this going and make it happen.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. All right, bada bing, bada boom. There you go. We're all up in. Patrick got cold busted in mid-chew. There you go. Let's do jazz hands. Let's get jazz hands going there. There you go. We are live. Oh, what is he eating? Looks like a hot dog.
Sandwich.
No.
Publix chicken tender sub.
Oh, chicken tender sub. There you go. There you go. We are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, episode 1045 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast is here. And let's see. It's Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
With SHF Walt, Safety Harbor Firearms Walt.
With a couple filthy animals.
There you go. And Babyface P. Now let me see if I could take these off. We could show. Look, look at that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, there you go. Do you notice anything? Let's see if Patrick notices anything wrong here. Walter.
I notice anything wrong?
Yeah. In the logo. The dog is there. That's you. Yeah. The eagle is a cybertronic cyborg.
It looks like the buffer sticking out the back of that stock.
Yeah, Walter's complaining about this.
The optic is a little off.
I don't know what the hell the optic is. The optic
got a spike there. That's a spike.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little weird. But
you got on your vest there, Hank Strange. You got like
I don't know. Looks like lipstick.
Looks like you got a Duracell battery on your chest.
And I can't tell what's on the dog tag right there. And we do have Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus is up in there. Talking about that thing on the vest, before I forget this, by the way, shout out to everyone who's out in the chat. Smash the thumbs ups. I appreciate you all doing that. I see Able Defenses out there. He says, "Where's the Tommy Walt?" There you go. Jade Grew says, "Merry Christmas to everyone." As you guys come in, smash the thumbs ups out there. So you know what I was looking at? There is one of, like, I don't know if it's 60 Minutes or one of those places, did a special talking to agents from Israel on that whole thing with the beepers blowing up. Did anyone see this other than me?
No, I didn't see it. No.
Oh, that shit was funny as hell.
But tell us.
It was So the story was it was 10 years in the making. They ordered those beepers 10 years ago and just waited for a reason to set them off.
And before they even did the beepers, they did two-way radios.
Yeah,
they did radios.
Right, but
Mossad has been waiting to press the button for a long time.
There was 2 different devices that went off.
Yeah,
and they found out about these radios and where where Hezbollah was getting the radios from. And they made a bunch of radios and put explosives in it. And then they found out that they were getting beepers. And they made a beeper, but they made a bigger beeper, which they sold to them by saying
they were like a third party or something.
Yeah, but they said that the reason for the bigger that it was bigger, that it was tougher, more durable, longer battery, is they had to make it bigger to put enough explosive to blow your hands and your face off.
You have to be stupid to not look into. This is another good one. Have you guys ever looked into the was it CIA or the FBI? I think of the FBI. Mm-hmm. There was a bunch of drug cartels that were using encrypted phones, and there was a guy that was building these encrypted like Android phones, putting everything he wants on it, running the servers himself, and then selling them. Well, he got busted. The FBI got their hands on it, and the FBI basically started selling these encrypted phones where they could watch everything that was happening.
That you were up to, yeah.
Not a single one of these drug cartels said, listen, we got billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. Why don't we have somebody, go through
make
the code?
Your own shit? Oh, yeah.
Well, just go through the code and see what's in there. Make sure everything's kosher. Make sure everything's good. Nobody decided to take one of those beepers apart and look on the inside and be like, oh, this is a little weird.
Let's have our own bomb-sniffing dog sniff these first.
Nothing, right? You think they have something?
You gotta remember who you're dealing with.
Right,
I guess so.
These are not necessarily the smartest folks on the planet.
I guess you're correct, because that would be my first
But the way they went around the way they went about it was cool. Well, the way they went about it was real slick, the way that they did it, because there was like a Korean company that they were buying from, and
he was
they went
through like 2 different parties, right?
Yeah, but they went and set up like they had satellite offices, and they set up an office, then set up a relationship with that Korean company, and then got the salesperson at that Korean company to help them.
Yes.
All without telling them what they were up to.
Yes.
And then they sold them all these things and sat on them. And then so the funny thing is, they with the beepers, they decided to activate the beepers because they had intelligence that they would get, like, these people starting to figure it out. And so the beeper...
Oh, that's why they did it. Okay.
Yeah, and they did special, like, they did tests psychologically to see what kind of sound would make you pay attention. And when the bomb goes off, it basically beeps you with this important message, and it says you have to press 2 buttons on the thing. But
that's what set it off?
No, but even if you didn't press those 2 buttons, once you were looking at it, it's going off.
The idea was to try to bring it up to your face, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so they set all of those off and like scared the bejeebus out of Hezbollah, because there's video. They were showing video in this thing of like a dude, his beeper blew up and he was in the supermarket.
Yes, it blew his... That video, did you watch that video closely?
Yeah. Ooh.
There's an interesting thing in that video if you watch. When it blows out, it blows a handful of American currency out with it. Why did that man in that country have a handful of American dollars?
That's the international currency.
Because the American dollar is useless. That's why.
If you want to believe. Did you ever see Pirates of the Caribbean where he says, it appears that currency is no longer the currency of the realm? Or something crazy.
And it is going by the wayside, by the way. Yeah. It's just terrible. It's no good.
Yeah.
It's no good.
Or I think the actual lines was the guy said, it appears that currency is now the currency of the realm. I guess it was something else before. So all of those got set off, right? And people were just blown up everywhere. So
and fires got started, and
they were having funerals and dudes were blowing up. But but the Mossad is badass. Yeah, so they switched over to the radios, and then they started blowing up all the radios. And then the guys were in this thing. They were saying how these dudes were not even putting on ACs.
Yeah, because you don't know what
Yeah.
Everything.
No technology. Yeah.
They were so stupid to not look and go, oh, maybe we should have a bomb sniffing dog check this shit. Well,
Yeah.
Nothing. They did nothing.
Yeah. Maybe we should have our IT guy go through all this shit.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, and just tell the IT guy, if you die, you get 75 times 10 virgins if you die going through the beepers.
You won't be able to pull that off again, though.
No, they're already onto other shit, though. They're already onto other stuff.
But, there is such a thing as a pen and a pencil.
Old school. Yeah.
And a piece of paper and a pencil,
But that's why Hezbollah was doing the beeper. No one in the world is using a beeper except terrorists. Up until this point. Now they're not doing it either.
Well, because if you use a cell phone, it's traceable, right? So
yes,
the beeper's
everything.
not traceable, right?
Yeah,
Mossad has more day zero exploits for cell phones than the CIA does.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old trick they did where they make the guy bring his cell phone in for service.
Uh-huh.
And they get him one back with C4 and it goes boom.
Yeah. Cujo74, shout out to him. He says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Able Defense Mike says, if Hezbollah owned bomb-sniffing dogs, they'd never sleep. That's true.
They don't.
True.
Wait a minute.
This is a bomb. That is a bomb. This is a bomb.
In that part of the world, they don't like dogs.
That's also true. No, they have a thing in their religion about dogs.
What's the thing with dogs?
They're unclean. You shouldn't have dogs around.
Oh, but there are dogs. I've seen dogs.
They screw goats, but they don't like dogs.
They do lots of. They have lots of. There's lots of bad stuff that goes on. Speaking of which, by the way, you're watching us live on Player, so that we can actually hold guns. Check out my mare's. This is my mare's leg right here.
Is that the one I tried to jam the round in the wrong way?
I think so.
That's not the 410, is it?
I think this is isn't this the 410?
Yeah, I tried to load it the wrong way and got it stuck. And we had to dig it out.
I think so. Yeah, this is 45 Colt.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is 410, right? You can also do 410.
Yeah, 410 also. Yeah.
Yeah. So haven't showed this off in a while.
That's a good looking FAL you got there.
Oh yeah. Let's see. We got to go. Hold on. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. We're gonna have to go full screen on Walter here. Boom.
Boom.
There you go.
Okay. So what we got, folks, is we got a bits of FAL build. Bits of meaning bits of this and bits of that.
What's on the side of that thing?
It's a carry handle.
Oh, the carry handle. Yeah.
Oh, the carry handle. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Originally, this was a Rhodesian FAL kit that I bought early 2000s, and it sat in a box with the receiver that came from Century Arms, and it sat in the box for years. Finally, me and Patrick were chatting. He goes, "Oh, I'll put it together," Patrick says, and we did some swapping and trading, which you'll see the result of that. That was that. Yeah, the FAL build was for the Sten
right
parts.
here.
Yeah.
And this is a Bitsa too, you told me, over the weekend. I didn't realize this was a Bitsa.
Yeah. So, it's been having some hiccups as far as fire control and going off, but I figured it out, I think, and I've got some parts ordered. And so once those come in and I know it's running for sure, it's going to get a baby poop paint job, which is a lot like this green and kind of yellowish camouflage that the Rhodesians did.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? You know why that came about, Patrick? The camouflage.
I don't actually. I'm curious.
They caught some of the bad guys over there, and the bad guys said, "Oh, we see your black rifles. The black rifles stand out like
we need to paint them."
So they just basically painted them with the paint they had on hand.
Yep.
And that's how that paint.
And they just kind of slapped it on with a brush, as far as I know, right?
Yeah, brush, and there's layers and wear. And if you watch the Arizona Response Systems, the way he paints his, he puts it on and then smears it with a trash bag.
Yeah. Okay.
Then,
so it looks right.
Then wipes it down with a Scotch-Brite pad to give it
it's
the wear.
It's so funny that we're now trying to match their
patina.
Just kind of get it on there. Yeah.
But yeah, this magazine came from Sarco, and it is an original style magazine. You can see how it's wore and
cool
as hell. Yeah. So, anyways,
is that a machine gun? I don't know.
No. This is not. No, I can't imagine. the FAL full auto, it'll be you get a couple rounds maybe hitting something, and the rest you're shooting the squirrels out of the trees.
I can't imagine it was any 308 full auto is kind of useless.
Yeah, the British L1A one was semi-auto. So
only? I didn't know that.
I believe it was, yeah, and that's kind
again
of the sad
308
part.
full auto.
Yeah, they could have all been imported, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but the Brits chose to
Destroy them.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's the story I heard though. But the original FALs and stuff, those were all full auto. They have the extra position that you can switch to, which if you push this all the way down, which is blocked, it won't go. It'll go to the third position. And like I said, this is not a machine gun, so it would be kind of a ghetto machine gun. It wouldn't. It might go off out of battery or something, but you don't want that to happen. So
no.
You don't.
We
don't need any more holes in our skin or anything. So
the trade, no more of that.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so we going to hold on. Let's see. Let me go over to Patrick. Hold on one sec.
For Patrick assembling or barreling the FAL, I swapped him a Sten parts kit.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And this is a machine gun.
And as per usual, now Patrick is a connoisseur, knower of all things Sten, and
if I am paying $500 a year for my SOT, you sure as shit know I'm going to be making a machine gun out of this.
He will be a connoisseur once he fully reads the Bible of Sten.
I need to read the Bible that's currently in his hands. Yes.
Oh, Sten machine carbine.
That's what the Brits called it.
That's the dude that went to jail. The
Peter
yeah. So if you do a Google search for his name, he was stealing from a local armory that he was in charge of. There's a whole thing about him, but that book is like the greatest Sten book out there, and it's been out of print for like 20 years, so it's very expensive. So if anybody wants to sell me a copy, I would love to get my hands on a copy.
How do you spell that again? Peter Laidler?
Laidler?
L-A. Oh, L-A. Okay. L-A-I-D. L-E-R.
Hey, look at you see that picture there, Sir Winston Churchill.
That's Winston Churchill.
Oh, that's Churchill? Okay.
Not a person. Nobody in the crowd's got a single bit of hearing protection on. Nobody.
No, that's
Old
one
school.
thing. Shooting that FAL over the weekend, I thought about that. None of them had hearing, bro. Jesus Christ.
That's because your eardrums grew back in the good old days, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Just deaf. He just lived deaf.
So he did. It looks like he did a bunch of books.
Go back.
He does. He did do a bunch.
Yeah, there's a Sterling book. Yeah.
Ooh.
You don't have that, Walt?
Peter Laidler, and look up jail.
Peter Laidler, jail? Okay.
Yes, he's in jail. Or he went to jail.
He's alive still?
Yeah, he's alive. I was
gonna. Man jailed for stealing. BBC man jailed for stealing Westminster Army. Oh, this is a British dude?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All of his books are about British small arms.
Jailed for. Oh, hold on one second. Let me go this way.
The reason I looked it up is because had he been not in jail and a prolific author, I was going to email him and go, "Hey, I'm trying to find a copy of your book. Do you have one sitting around? I'll buy it off of you." Type of thing. Well, I don't know that that's going to work out.
72 of Marcham, Oxfordshire. Took sniper and assault. Oxfordshire.
You don't.
So
no. All those like Birmingham.
Yeah, Oxford.
Birmingham.
Yeah, Oxfordshire.
Birmingham.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Can I? Can I?
I got schooled in that when I was over there.
Can I put my own? I don't care. I'm a rebel.
This time last week,
we don't bow down to the king anymore.
I was pubbing it. Man. I'll tell you what, I was pubbing.
So
I'm not blaming you for that.
He had the L series sniper rifle. I can't remember. It's not an L91, whatever it is. He had an L1.
He also admitted to a high power pistol possession.
He had some good stuff in his personal collection that he wasn't allowed to have.
Oh,
yeah, right there. Go up. Go to the picture.
That looks like a what do you call it? That's the company name. I
can't remember the name of it. Accuracy International?
Yeah, it looks like an accuracy gun.
He had one of those, and he had on the right side over there a bullpup, Mr. Hank. Scroll right.
He had an
SA-80. He had an SA-80.
I can only see, part of it is in the picture.
But that's marked DP, that's drill purpose, but still it's theft anyways, so yeah.
He sold rifles. Oh, this guy was not messing around.
He's lucky he only got 3 years.
Trouble.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, he was a bad boy. He was a true bad boy. He was a naughty boy.
The books that he has written about British small arms are considered some of the best. Like that book that Walter has, that Sten book, is like the Bible of Sten. It's been out of print for like 20 years, so they fetch a massive amount of money on eBay. I'll get one eventually. I have other books like that. I've bought, I have one. Hold on, I'll show you a book that I have that nobody can find.
The Legacy of Loose Barrels.
Kurt24 says, hi, Hank, Walter, and BFP.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
What's
Also,
up?
yeah, Able Defense said Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. I think this is our last show for this year. We probably won't be back until somewhere in the new year. Firearm bluing and browning.
If you want to do any sort of rust bluing or browning, this is the Bible. It gives you recipes for rust blue formulas for everything. This book's been out of print for a very long time. It's super hard to come by. Having good reference material is well worth it, especially as a gunsmith. It's worth having. It's just expensive.
What is
no library around me has that book. I was just going to go look at it if anybody had it, but I can't even find it in a library.
So what is the legalities of if something goes out of print? Can it be
still owned by the
can't be copied,
holder.
right? Yeah.
It's still owned. Their copyright, so I can't print it.
You know what? Patrick.
You
should do this. You should start building the library, man. You got to build it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I have really.
You're the youngest out of us. You will probably survive the longest.
This is one of my more expensive books. This is the Bible of Marlin. So every Marlin ever built is in here.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for diagrams or parts or anything like that, this is where the Bible. But again, this is like a $250 book because it's currently out of print. But I have a whole bunch of them.
You know what? Have you been? We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right. Let's see. Winchester slide action rifles.
So yeah, the size of that.
That looks new though. That one looks new.
This one is a new-ish, but it's still out of print. This one's like $200. This is all about the 1890. 1890 and the 1906 slide 22s that I love. But if you want reference material on how the actions work, you have to have this book. This information is not available on the internet, so I'm working on a library. I'm building out a library.
Let's see what Walter has here. I'm
sure Walter's got good ones.
German military letter codes, 1939 to 1945.
Stuff like that.
What the Germans did to prevent the Allies as much knowing where things were coming from, everything got a 3-letter code. Well, you get a P38 and it's got I forget what the normal markings are, but anyways, boom, you look in the book, it's all alphabetical and you can see who made it. Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, you guys need to start going to like those places that sell books. Like there was one Lola and I used to go to in Gainesville, as well as Salvation Army and all that typically has books. Or you have to go to garage sale.
Haslam's is in St. Petersburg. I think the name of the place. Haslam's.
Is that a book dealer?
Yeah, big bookstore. All kinds of new books, used books. Haslam's.
The problem today is the internet has kind of ruined that. Same with guns, where everybody thinks they know what they have and it's worth big dollars because it's marked. Stuff is hard to come by now.
Yeah. If you're out there and you're at a garage sale and you see any gun books,
we're going to buy them and send them my way. I love it.
Buy them. If I see them, I'm going to buy them and sell them to Patrick since they're about $300, $150.
Dude, if you find that book at a deal, I will pay you for it. I'm not kidding. I want a copy of it because it's nice to have reference material.
I'm gonna start looking. Yeah, I used to go to those things and like look for different books on stuff.
I know Patrick's already got this one. You got small.
And
arms.
I have a friend. My friend
Small Arms.
my friend I've told you guys about, Bubba Roadkill, has a shit ton of books. Have you ever met Bubba Roadkill?
Nice having it. I never.
Because he lives in Gainesville. Oh no, he lives in Micanopy.
I've never.
Or Mechanope, Walter would say.
No, it's Micanopy. It's Micanopy. It's not Micanopy.
No, books are great. I like having reference material. It's
cartridges.
Awesome. Yeah, all those, they're so good.
Yeah.
This one has a whole bunch of weird ass cartridges in it. I mean,
I will tell you that information that's in that book right there is probably not on the internet.
Did Walter? Did you keep all the books from your dad, or were some of those books up for?
I got one.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I got a copy of Small Arms of the World downstairs.
Oh, cool.
I didn't keep them all because he had a bunch of different books, and some of those books are the ones I used to sit when I was nothing to do and go in the living room and sit in a rocking chair and just look at guns and stuff. You know, just check it out. You know,
man, nothing to do. When were those days are long gone now?
Well,
before you read your cell phone, you looked.
Yeah, now you're just googling shit.
This is when I was a child.
Oh, little kid. Oh, back then in like 1922, there wasn't. No, yeah, that makes sense. No. I used to do so much reading in the 80s. You guys, I was looking at Joe Rogan where he talked to what is that? Cat Williams. He talked to Cat Williams, and Cat Williams was saying that he would go to the library and borrow like 45 books, and Joe Rogan was like, "Why? Why'd you borrow?" And he's like, "That was the limit of how many books I could borrow." And I read many books every day. Like I would read, I think he was trying to tell me he would read 2, 3, 5 books a day. And Joe Rogan couldn't believe it. That's bullshit. When I was a kid, I used to do that.
I was never
that.
I'm
a picture book guy. I gotta have pictures.
Me too. Me too. I'm not a good reader.
I don't read nonfiction. I mean, I don't read a lot of fiction. I want real stuff. I don't want no stories.
I used to chew through books, man.
The thing with me, and Walter might be in the same boat, is if I'm on a topic, like right now I'm on Stens. If I'm on Stens, I want to learn everything there is about Stens. I want all the information.
You know what's weird? I already knew that one, Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah, Patrick all of a sudden becomes the knower of all things in the man. No, there isn't anything. But I reserve the right to make fun of you, though. Now he's on a Sten kick, man. You're gonna see nothing. You're gonna see nothing about Stens. You're gonna get the history of Stens, the bolts. Yes. Where did these bolts come from? What kind of screws did they use?
You can. I mean, even Sten magazines. We had those whole pallet of Sten magazines, right? So you're digging through them, and there's all kinds of maker marks. Some of those were Israeli mags. Some of those, good, bad, indifferent. You learn a lot of stuff. So
he's not on Sterling's yet. I don't know if he's going to get on Sterling.
I looked at a parts kit already. They're again those submachine gun parts kits that used to be super inexpensive are going up in price. So
yeah, my favorite, as I've said many times before, is the integrally suppressed. Right.
I was thinking about making it happen, so I might. I just got to get myself a barrel. What, Walter? You selling Sten barrels on there? StenParts.com.
Yeah.
You got barrels
are there any end of the year sales going on over there? Okay. All right.
What about threaded? Have you ever done a threaded barrel, Walt?
No, but you could. Those barrels I have are...
You're chunky enough I could thread it out.
They can be threaded, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I might just do that.
I like those perforated shrouds he makes. Those are badass.
Yeah, I mean...
That's what this is.
That's really to do a Mark II, you just basically build your whole suppressor. It just screws right in. Yeah. And then it just looks all integral. It looks integral, yes.
And then, Patrick, you got some videos of this up somewhere? Is that...
I got some shorts. That's your barrel and your shroud.
The CEO was shooting it, too.
CEO was shooting it, and
I think I saw something somewhere.
She actually had a smile on her face. She said it was really fun.
Well, Stens shoot like sewing machines, for real. Whenever people say, "Oh, that's humming like a sewing machine," that's our...
This one totally does. Yeah. This one is... I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything, because I've heard they can be finicky. This was not finicky. This one shoots great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did well on that. That runs.
Let
that
me
runs really
see. I'm gonna pull up. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Let me show off the.
Oh, knife time.
The definition knives here. Let's see. How do I have to go to show this? Boom. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
nice hoodie too.
Have you been
Shout
using
out to Definition Knives. Yes, I have been using it, even though I don't have mine right here on me. I was wearing it today. I got my sweats on right now, which I only carry my gun with my sweats. If I put knives and everything in there, I'll be walking around here, pants on the ground, annoying the shit out of Lola.
Be like all the other brothers in the
hood. I think I have the Boyd. That's what this one I have is.
This is the Boyd here, I think.
Do we know who
did
that? Who's that after? Who's
the Boyd Dark said was his dad.
Oh, okay.
And that's also the Boyd Walter, is it?
That's what I thought. That's what it said on the box.
I think so. I think yours is just the green one.
Yeah, this one I'm showing this picture is not the Boyd. So I have something probably like what Walter. Where's yours, Patrick?
Downstairs. I've been using it to open boxes.
What do you have? The one
Journalist.
The journalist. Okay, boom, there you go.
It's treated me well. It is a softer steel, so you do have to sharpen it more. But it took a pretty nice edge.
Yeah. Let me show this again. Here we go. Boom. Check that out. Yeah, with the raindrop. I was wearing that this weekend, that raindrop hoodie. This one, I can't remember what this one was called. I think this is a journalist.
No, mine's a journalist. Yours is a better steel. Yours is D2 steel, I think.
What's this one I'm showing in the picture? I thought this was...
That's yours. It's D2 steel. It's a little bit higher end.
No, this is not the one I have. I took this picture when Rich was here.
Oh, yeah, that's a different one. That's
yeah.
the nice one. That's got the carbon fiber and everything. It's a fancy one.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of that is, but just go check out Definition Knives. These knives are pretty affordable. Let me see. Where am I going, Patrick? To YouTube?
Instagram. I haven't posted a YouTube video in 6 months.
What are you on strike on YouTube now?
Basically, yeah. They took all my stuff down from working on the set me, and I just got frustrated.
Am I correct that did Hickok 45 get deleted temporarily again?
Yeah, I saw something about a video where they were talking about it.
Yeah, I saw something.
This is why I'm not posting right now. They were hitting me left and right, and I was... Unfortunately, the reach I have is more important than the 70 cents I make a month off of them. So,
I think he got deleted, but it didn't last long. I think he got it back relatively quick.
Yeah. Well, he's massive. He knows people. I don't.
Yeah.
So right now, it's kind of like I don't know how to stay within their lane. The stuff I've been posting lately was well within their TOS, and they still took it down and gave me a strike. And I was like, I don't know what to do to stay on.
Yeah, I put up. So let's see if we go to. So like
I don't
this
want to risk the channel.
This is Instagram here. I put this thing up on Instagram. I put it on YouTube, and YouTube gave me a yellow coin for it.
Of course they did. That
this
machine.
Yeah. So that's on, and this is showing the X-Tech mag. But go ahead, Walt. Let me see. I'm gonna look up Babyface. Hold on. Let's see. Babyface.
What in the hell?
You didn't say anything. You saw nothing.
That's what I would call nothing.
Yeah, let's see how. I don't know how to get this.
Movies.
I don't know how to get this to show.
Is that a big old back porch I missed or something?
Yeah, you did, and it was AI generated.
Yeah, how do I? Let's see. I got to pull this down like this. So yeah, there's Marley shooting.
Rotate your phone.
I'm rotating my phone.
Vertical video.
Yeah, but on Instagram it doesn't. My phone doesn't rotate for Instagram, unfortunately. But check out Babyface P. There he goes. There's his thing. Check that out, Babyface P. Where is it? And what? You should just throw these on Instagram, Patrick.
Throw what?
If you threw these on Instagram, you should just throw it up on YouTube.
I do. I post a shorts to YouTube as well.
Shorts.
Oh, so these are on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Over to YouTube. They're on there.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking before. If it was on YouTube.
Yeah. I post them as shorts on there.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I'm trying to direct people to Instagram because it's. I don't know. It's not as.
So let me ask you this: What about X? What about X? Did you want to try X?
think you have to be a paid member to do that.
Oh, do you?
I thought so. I don't know.
Let's see. So go to Babyface P. Go to Shorts. Let's see. It is here. Let's see if I can go. And this isn't going. This isn't turning the other way either. Damn it. This isn't. It's not making any difference.
And the quality is real bad.
Yeah. Why is the YouTube quality so bad? That's interesting. It's taking a long time. YouTube is getting crazy. YouTube's getting nuts.
So I haven't used them for so long because they frustrate me.
Yeah, but it is on YouTube. Patrick does have shorts up on YouTube. I can show you guys that. Mm-hmm. He's got a bunch of shorts that are going up there. And you're doing okay on some of those shorts. You got one here that's like 11K.
That's okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny. That is more views than I get on my regular channel, which is so stupid.
Yeah, I think you sent this video. Huh? Is this in the chat? I don't know if it probably still won't show properly if I look at it from there.
Check your text messages because I think I sent one. Walter's got one too.
I thought I did see it in the text messages, but I don't know. Okay,
it's okay. Whatever.
Yeah,
the gun shoots like it runs like a sewing machine. It's really.
It runs really well.
Yeah.
Runs really well.
Yeah, you can't beat a Sten.
The internet says that if they're not built well, they can be a little finicky. And the mags, I will say the mags are a little finicky. I got 3 that run really well right now, so I'm really happy with that.
Are the mags difficult to come by? Are they expensive?
No, I know a guy that has a whole pile of them, I think.
I know a guy's got a whole pile of them too, by the way.
Is that guy selling this pile?
I think it's the same guy we're talking about.
Okay, is this guy selling this pile of...
We've sold a whole shitload of them, yeah.
I think if you go to stenparts.com, I shouldn't say .com, damn it. If you go to Stenparts, you might be able to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No,
there you go.
We sold a whole bunch of them. I need to see if I can get some more of those, by the way. I need to see if I can buy another pallet of those. So.
Were you getting them surplus somewhere?
No, actually, Centerfire Systems had them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the whole you gotta. Yeah, I bought. Yeah, it was a freaking pallet load of them, but I don't know if they got any more still, so I'll have to see. Because we sell them for a decent price and they're pretty regularly.
Expensive.
So.
The price that you have them for is extremely affordable for what they are.
Right, and I'll tell the old days story. Sarko used to sell those for like you bought 100 of them, you got them for $1.25 a piece.
Oh.
So one time back this was the 90s when we were doing gun shows. Somebody wanted some Sten mags, so I went ahead and bought 100 of them. And he picked out what he wanted, and I kept the rest. And they're still underneath here in an ammo can. There's another ammo can full of Sten mags somewhere.
I wouldn't mind taking a Sten to war if you had the backing of the British government. Like, it's a really great gun.
Okay. Where is the Sten gun ranking for you now versus an MP5? Is the MP5 below or
MP5 still top? It's a different gun.
Let's you gotta have categories. That's an open bolt gun.
Yes,
and MP5 is a closed bolt gun.
Okay. I did play with the range next to me does have an Uzi on the rental wall. So I was in there. I went to shoot the Sten, and I was playing with the Uzi. Sten outpaces the Uzi. I know people love Uzis. The Sten is just more comfortable to me, and that probably sounds crazy, but
the Sten has a nice cadence that you could kind of like guide it into because it's going chug 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 chug.
The Uzi's similar, but the wire stock and the grip on the Uzi are terrible. That fold-out stock is terrible, and the grip is like a 2x4.
Well, yeah, and you got that grip safety, which if you don't squeeze it hard enough,
which is stupid.
I mean, they did that for a reason, but
yes.
If you drop a Sten gun right, you can shoot your head off. Your buddy's
you shoot your buddy in the ass, supposedly.
Yeah. I have not tried that.
Sure, they lost enough people. The micro Uzi's pretty nice, but it goes too fast. It just goes like that and gone.
If you're trying to shoot somebody in a phone booth with you, then it's a wonderful gun.
Yeah. In modern day warfare, you can use a Sten maybe to take down drones. Maybe.
You need a shotgun.
I want a shotgun. Sorry.
Oh, now wait a second. Hold on. Are you guys all of a sudden on shotguns for taking down the drones?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Oh, because I have a feeling when I was saying the shotgun, you guys were like, I don't need no shotgun.
No, shotgun's the way. I think
have-
there's better things like electronic warfare, but if you're just a grunt,
when it comes down to oh shit, you better it's shotgun time.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
And they have nets. There's shotgun nets and things like that can get caught up in the
just give
thing.
me a 12 gauge.
Just want to take it out. It's a
Number
buckshot.
4 buckshot.
Yeah.
Nope.
Have you guys like the Ukrainians have changed the entire world forever? With I was looking at they've
know that that's a good thing.
They are yeah. Probably not, but it's too late.
Completely changed. Yes, it's too late. We're not.
It's changed. It's too late. But I was looking at them. They are using like some jet ski type stuff out on the waters, and they are using that to attack ships and stuff, like Russian ships on the sea.
Did you see where they have their boat, and then their boat fires a missile? So they get close in with the boat, and then they fire the missile to finish the business.
Yeah.
Didn't know
that way they don't have to drive the boat all the way into the
And now they've got some like tank, not really like I guess not really a tank, but something that looks like a tank that has a big gun on it that they can remote control in. And then did you see those big drones that they were using to like hit some Russian buildings over the weekend? Yeah.
Oh yes, I did see that.
Ukrainians. And then
I don't know. We're World War I to World War II was a big jump.
It's over now.
We're making a big technical jump into really weird territory.
Yeah. That's why everyone's freaked out with all those drones over in New Jersey, right? Because if someone could put a mothership... I can't remember. I thought we did. I can't remember. But if someone puts a mothership out in the water and they can launch drones in here and they could start... Those drones could start suiciding buildings.
You know what somebody said, which I never even thought about, but would make total sense? You could conceivably hook all of those drones up to a Chinese spy balloon and float it over the country. And
why not?
You don't have to have them over the water.
Yeah.
Just fly at high altitude and then drop your drones wherever
you could you could drop a couple of drones that could go into swarm formation and take out anybody.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah. I guarantee you right now, Putin is. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Yeah, I keep missing these.
I still think the most logical thing is they're sniffing for nukes. I think that's what they're looking for is nuclear
or something. They're scanning for something, huh?
Yeah.
In Jersey, that's a thing that they were saying. I don't know. That the government is the one flying the drones.
You can't. Okay, I saw somebody talk about sniffing for nukes, right? Mm-hmm. You're sniffing for radiation. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, you're sniffing for radiation.
Radiation, you have to be close because the further away you get, the further.
Yeah, everything is radiated.
I'm assuming you catch a whiff of it though by looking, and then you zero in on the point. To try
or maybe you could somehow see hot spots or something.
I don't know.
Kurt24 says, Walter, I just ordered a raindrop. Boom. There you go.
Bingo.
There you go. All right,
you'll be happy with it. It's very comfy.
It's comfortable.
Very comfy.
It's warm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I was using my raindrop while I was washing. I was washing the Cybertruck the other day, and it was freaking cold. And then it literally.
Tell us about your adventure with the Cybertruck.
Yeah, I was washing. Well, I bought a bunch.
Hand washing a car, huh? Giving that fine detail.
What is there a crime to use a pressure washer now? Wait, you have a pressure washer first of all.
I also use pressure
washer. Yeah, you couldn't pressure wash my Suburban and get it clean.
So
But then
so
again,
Walter,
it has
you
to
don't
wash
believe in
each
it.
month.
So
Well-
you don't believe in a pressure washer for the.
Not for a dirty car. No.
I do a two-step process. I like hosing the car down with one of those like bubble guns, so it kind of loosens the soap.
A snow foam. Snow foam?
And then I do a hand wash after.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I bought a pressure washer, a snow foam gun.
Power washer or a pressure washer?
Well,
Does it
power
plug
washer.
into an outlet or is it gasoline?
It plugs into an outlet. So what is
That's
that?
called a power washer, my dude. That ain't no pressure. You can't cut toes off with that.
Oh, okay. So it's like 3,000 psi, but I guess that's not enough to
You
cut
ain't
off
cut
toes.
no toes off.
Oh, okay. So it's not official unless you can lose digits.
Unless you can lose digits, that's right.
So this is me testing it. I bought a whole bunch of stuff, by the way. I went crazy and bought a whole bunch of things, but I didn't have enough daylight by the time I put the power washer together, and tested that part of it out, because I've got to do a whole thing. The Cybertrucks have this thing they call a T-stain, which it has like it looks a little brownish, kind of makes it look a little titanium, and you got to take it off, and there's a whole way that you have to do it. So I got some power tools for that. I know a whole bunch of stuff. I got 2 buckets, so I can do the 2-bucket method. I got those.
2-bucket method?
Yeah,
You don't need to worry about that. You don't have paint. You're not going to scratch stainless steel.
I have been going down the rabbit hole of
2-bucket
car
method
wash
is so you
videos.
don't scratch the top.
I've been
coat of
looking
your
at
paint.
so many Panda Organizer videos on YouTube.
How many Chris Fix-It videos have you watched?
No, I haven't watched him yet. Who's that?
You haven't watched this thing? Chris Fix-It has the best how to wash a
Car wash videos? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Chris Fix-It has the best one on the 2-bucket. Well, he doesn't use 2 buckets.
Did he do a Cybertruck? Did he do a Cybertruck yet?
I don't know. I haven't watched that.
Okay.
The way he has his is there's a thing in the bottom of your bucket that you rub your sponge against.
Yeah, there's like a filter you put in the bottom of it, so when you put it in there,
You don't
all
get
the
the
dirt
dirt back
settles down. Yeah, so I've got.
Walter, there's a whole thing now. There's a whole
It's a science,
car
Walt.
washing culture now.
You have 2
can't
buckets.
just wash-
Here's what happens, Walt. You have 1 bucket. You put soap and water in there, and then you have another one with like soap and water in it, or water, and then so you put your thing in the 1 bucket, and then you wash down the
I put my
car.
thing in the bucket all the time.
Then you take that and drop it in just the water one. I think I'm probably saying this wrong. I have to look at that video again. But then you're using a clean one each time and giving it a chance to clean and settle.
Oh,
And then
dear.
you're not. Yeah.
It's so
a
you
sign.
don't scratch the top coat, the clear coat on your car, but his car ain't got no clear coat. It's stainless steel.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be able to take a bullet. But you're worried about how you're
Yeah.
gonna.
I'm gonna ceramic coat that bad boy when I'm done.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You know what the reason is? I don't want to do a PPF or like a vinyl thing, a wrap. I don't want to do that yet. I like the stainless look because everyone else is doing wraps, so that's kind of played out to me for now.
All you need is a spray can of Barkeeper's Help or whatever it's called, and you're good to
Barkeeper's
go.
friend.
That's all you need. Stainless steel cleaner.
I have that. So it's the liquid one, and what you do is you put that on, and you have to rub it on with a pad, okay? And then you wipe that off, and you spray it with Windex so it doesn't do too much, and then you wipe the Windex off. It's a whole process that you have to do over the whole thing.
Passed out next to the car after all this.
Lola was so mad at me because Lola's supposed to be my assistant, but she doesn't like being my assistant. She doesn't like being my assistant in anything, So yeah,
Wax on, wax off. Wax on,
that was the thing.
wax
It was the
off.
thing.
It's like,
Yeah. It was fun though, and actually, even Lola, when she went out there to the car, she was like, "Oh, it looks really good." Because I've been wasting money going to the so here's what happened to me. I was in, like last month or something, I was in, where the hell was I? Utah. Was I in Colorado? No, I was in Utah. And if you go to a car wash in Utah where you can pay money and you get the, the high pressure and all that stuff, you know what's surprising?
The self-wash. You're talking about
the self-wash.
You get a
There is a massive difference between a Florida self-wash, no matter which one you go to, and one in Utah, because the ones here in Florida cost a lot of money, and nothing freaking works on it. So it doesn't give you hot water. You don't get all the right chemicals.
You, aren't you? I thought
No,
on
not that I
Newberry
know.
Road they were putting a new one in.
I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. I go to Park Place in Gainesville, which
There's one going in somewhere, and I can't remember where it's at.
Oh, I go to Park Place, but I'll never go again because in Utah I went to one of these.
Car.
Yeah, in Utah I went to one of these things, and you pay your money, and everything works. All the soaps come out.
That's because those Mormons got all the money.
Yeah, it's all hot. Everything is there the way it's supposed to be.
Park Place is even more expensive, right?
It's expensive, but nothing works. Nothing you're paying for.
Well, I'm saying Park Place, Utah. Is that what part of Utah did you go to?
No, it was just somewhere in Utah. I don't think it was Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. It's all the Mormons. They got money.
Yeah, their shit better work. Florida doesn't have that.
Did you get any coffee while you were out there?
No. Why? The coffee's supposed to be better?
Well, Mormons don't drink coffee.
They're Mormons. They don't drink coffee.
I didn't know this.
They only do soda.
Oh, I didn't know.
Real
I wasn't aware
Mormons
of that.
don't drink coffee.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't drink coffee all like that.
Like Salt Lake, it's a whole thing where it's only like we have Dunkin' Donuts. They have like soda shops where all they serve is soda.
Okay. Oh, I think I did hear about that while I was out there. I did hear about that.
No caffeine while you're out there.
It's like prohibited, so it's kind of like it's hidden. If they have it, it's kind of hidden or something.
You go to the Middle East, you ain't gonna find pork. You go to Salt Lake City, Utah, you ain't gonna find caffeine.
Yeah. What are you showing off, Walt?
Remember those receivers I told you about, Patrick?
Yeah, look at that.
No, this is the only cut was right here.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so nice.
Did you? Let me see if I need to go full screen here on this. Did you? Is this a pickup from?
No, I'll tell a story there.
No, yeah.
Okay.
We stopped on the way to our final destination at a surplus shop kind of place in Belgium, and that William knew about. And on one of the shelves, they had some M1 Garand receivers that had a single cut, like right through here, and then they had a barrel on them, but they were demilled. The barrels had holes in them. And then they took a torch and just burned like the name where the manufacturer was. And I thought, man, that'd be easy to fix. And I didn't end up with any of them on this trip, anyways. But anyways, yeah. And they had 50 cal machine gun receivers with a little bitty cut down the side of the receiver. And, I was like, oh, that'd be awesome.
Were they expensive?
€600.
Walt sent us a video of the 50 cals. They were pretty nice.
Oh yeah, it was a whole thing. So yeah, but you never get them back here. Never get those back here, anyways.
They won't let you. They won't let you
that's
bring
not
that
a D,
over.
That's not a D mill. Here.
According to the ATF, yeah, that's a machine.
Damn it. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Interesting. What?
I did pick up one other thing. Not this bayonet, but this scabbard is. I found out that it's an M16 bayonet.
Yeah.
But it's FN. It's got the FN logo on it right there.
Oh,
cool.
interesting.
Those are pretty rare.
That's cool.
FN made M16 bayonets.
How old is that?
That's not as common.
Look at that. Show the handle. Show the handle. The handle
Well,
looks
this
interesting.
is a Turkish bayonet here. This thing is a Turkish. Well, they I guess they cast aluminum handles or something for them. So
Yes.
this is like this is like an M14 bayonet, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think, but it fits really nice into the M16 scabbard. And those FN bayonets bring a pretty good price here, as a matter.
Walt, I think that looks like an M16 bayonet. Looks like the one I have downstairs.
No,
It's the old M7.
It has a loop.
Oh, you're correct. You're right. Yep.
Yep. It has a loop.
Walt, speaking of
Yes,
your trip out to Belgium and the other Europes, this is two things. One, I want to know how it went, but more importantly than that, I want to know what the hell you brought me back from. Did you bring back? Yeah, did you bring back any Belgian waffles?
Brought them back to you. Hope you like butt waffles.
Did you?
I have a nice little guide for Bruges.
Oh yeah, in Bruges. Isn't there a movie where these two assassins are trying to kill each other, and it's called En Bruges or something like that? I think so.
I don't know. Is there? All I know is
Yeah.
on the way there, it took we left England, came over in the ferry, drove through France, got into Belgium. It was getting time to take a break, so we stopped in the city of Bruges. They found a hotel on the internet, nice hotel. It's in this old city area, which is very cool. Listen, I never heard of this place till we stopped there, and all the, I say cobblestone, like the cobblestone streets and the sidewalks. I think it's granite actually that's all made out of. But very cool, very pretty, very nice, very clean, all that stuff. Stayed in the hotel there that night. Hotel had a bar. We closed that bar. Then we went to another bar down the street. And we didn't close that one completely, but
oh my lord, yeah.
Oh yeah.
By the way, in Bruges.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, right there in Bruges with Colin Farrell.
That is a very, very easy to make a movie kind of city. It could be a World War II movie with the Nazis going down the street and stuff like that. It would be perfect setup. Yeah. So
had Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, Syrian Hines. Yeah.
I had my first Belgian waffle in Bruges.
How was it?
How was it?
My effing
Did I lie? Did I lie?
Yeah.
It was, the hot waffle was fresh. A big glop of whipped
Butter.
cream on top, and then a big,
Special
caramel
syrup
sauce on top. Caramel sauce, because I don't like all that fruit stuff. Oh man, that was good. And a really attractive woman served it to me too. By the way, too. It was always helpful.
What more can you ask for?
Oh yeah, it was good.
So you did the hot one. You didn't do the cold ones.
Oh, I don't want no whole cold. I
I don't want a cold one. I want a nice one.
It's actually the cold one's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
If I'm getting the cold one, it's going to be a pint.
Yeah, you can have some ice. You can have some ice cream or something with it.
Oh, you can get all kinds of toppings on your. We got that, and we were walking actually down in that area, so I had to eat and walk and do that whole thing. But
and not fall asleep afterwards.
It was good. That was really, 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 really good. So, and then on the way back, we stopped back in Bruges again, and this time we stayed in like the O'Connell Lodge version in Bruges. Which I have a video of. It's this really. I slept on a bunk on top, if that tells you anything, right? And the shower stall was in the room with like frosted glass.
Oh God!
How many you and how many other dudes?
This was just me and Sean in that room.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad. That's not so bad.
Originally, it was going to be 3 of us, and then they got another room and they broke it up a little bit. But.
Hey, you know that scene from Austin Powers where they're in the tent?
Yeah, you're seeing the shadow play.
Don't turn sideways in that shower.
Yeah. No, well, every video that I saw that Walter was putting up was a bunch of dudes. He'd go like climbing in and out of trucks and stuff like that. So I thought it was a bigger.
There was in our party. It was just guys. Me, Sean, and the Englishman. Yeah. So
Englishman.
But,
That's what he goes by, the Englishman.
But no, it was.
Isn't that the guy that we've shot with before out at your dad's place?
Have you been out there when William's been there? I don't think you've ever been there.
Yeah.
British accent, I'm assuming.
Yeah, William's even been here to my place before. Pretty sure. William?
I don't think so. I don't think you've ever met William.
I thought I did meet William.
Who's the British friend you have?
Yeah, William. Isn't that? He comes here every freaking year.
He'll be here in March again, actually.
Yeah, I've been out to your dad's place to shoot with him, and I thought he came here. I think this is in a video somewhere. Yeah, this is in a video somewhere.
Find it, please show me. I know that one time he's out at my dad's, and Chris, that works for me, had his game camera up, and William's taking a leak, and there he is dangling out.
Flying the flag. The old Union Jack is coming out all over the place.
I definitely met this guy because I didn't know who he was, and then it was like, oh, he's the British friend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've met William. Nice guy.
You took your Stens out specifically for him because he likes Sten guns.
They're coming. He's going. There's a MotoGP race in Austin again in March, and he's coming over for that. And then I told him about the
vehicle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
Okay.
24-hour mini bike races the week before the MotoGP thing, and he wants to do that too. So
does he own military vehicles, or is he just into them?
Yeah. No.
When you say, "Oh yeah," what is it? Good stuff.
Half track, and Diamond
really
T, and then
Yeah, isn't this the guy that does something with like Ferrari racing, or he used to?
He over in Europe. He drives for the one of the MotoGP teams.
Are you serious?
He's driven for Ferrari too. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He just seemed like an average British guy when I
He's
met
just
him.
a regular. He's just a regular bloke. He's a nice guy.
He just seemed like he seemed like you had a dude you just meet at a pub and shoot the shit with.
The funny part is, Ferrari.
Listen, the Brits are pretty much gay. They're not like us. They're not super alpha male American dudes. They're very easygoing. They're very easygoing.
William played rugby and all that stuff. And
I'm not trying to say they're not tough, but they don't get into like a lot of.
He seemed really friendly. He seemed like a very nice guy.
Yeah. They're not,
So what the story is, unlike Ferrari, all the drivers for the team and the MotoGP, they're all Englishmen because supposedly the Italians don't work.
I'm pretty sure we've completely offended the whole European continent. They've got a lot of days off.
when the Brits roll into the Italian races and all this stuff, they get the stink eye because there's no Italians working for Ferrari.
So I remember looking at a top. I think it was Grand Tour, not when they were Top Gear, but I remember looking at where they were in Italy, right? And it was a weekend, like it was a Saturday or Sunday, something like this. And they got pulled over by the cops, and they're like, "Why you guys pulling us over?" And they were like, "Do you have because there was a whole crew, filming it." And they were like, "Does the crew have a permit to work on the weekends?" And they were like, "There's supposed to be a permit to work on the weekend," and they didn't have it. And they were like, "This is over right now."
The Italians
shut off the cameras.
Their siestas. I know that's Mexican, but
yeah.
Oh, they do the same thing over there too. Yeah, they take There's no hurry for anything. So
yeah.
We went to Bruges. We actually went to. We were going with staying with the Belgian Military Vehicle Club, and their whole bunch, and those are a bunch of good guys too. They like to have a beer and stuff, and stayed in a really nice hotel where we were there. Went to a town called Mare, and that's one of the places that the Band of Brothers and Panthers and Shermans and there's a shot. I have a video of a shot out Panther in this town. I mean, that sits there. We went on Friday when we first got there, and it was just plain cold. We went back on Saturday, and it was plain cold and snowing.
The video you sent us of what looked like a hotel where the Sherman was driving into was so neat. It looked straight out of 1942.
I don't know which one that was, but
I remember that. That's probably in the group thing because I remember what Patrick is talking about. It looked like it could be in a movie right now.
Yeah, it looked like a movie.
Drop
set.
it into.
Oh, you mean okay? I think I know where that was in.
And we got 9 seconds, by the way. I'm actually catching it right now. We've got 3 seconds. We're going to take this break. We'll be right back. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. By the way, if you guys hear a lot of commotion going on in the background, that is Lola Strange. Yeah, I have that video. I'm going to pull it up. That's a different picture you're showing right there, Walter. That is Lola Strange wrapping gifts over here.
I got some more to do.
This is that video, Walt, right here.
That's at the hotel.
Look at that.
That is beautiful. That looks so cool.
I mean, I have not seen snow since I was 6.
What are the...
Really? Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, serious.
Wow. Yeah, so that was a cool...
Oh, this is the first time you've seen snow since you were 6 years old, Walter?
Yeah.
Wow.
Snow. Real snow. Not,
oh, cool.
That's so cool.
Not little flakes or something like that.
The other thing that's neat to me, the guys that are just walking around in period uniform, it's just super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool right there. Let's see. Yeah.
Well, legitimately, I watched that video and I looked at Marley and I was like, when we have a little bit more money, we're gonna go do some traveling, because that was. And then for some reason, right after that, I got a couple of videos on like Instagram Shorts about Oktoberfest, and I was like, we need to go do some traveling. I haven't done enough travel yet.
Yeah, you got to get out there.
Here's the shot up Panther on Friday, right? Which there's no snow or anything like that. That's a Manet. And then you come around to the next day, and I'll get to there in a second. Boom, 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 and there it is with the a little bit of frost
with the snow coming down.
So cool.
Yeah, so it was
nice.
very authentic, like it was in the Ardennes when they were fighting the Battle of the Bulge. So that was cool about that. I that was worth. I don't care about the being cold part. I'll figure that shit out. But,
it's not when it's snowing. It's not really super bad when it's snowing.
Actually, it felt colder the day before. Actually, when there was no
all
snow.
about the humidity.
Yeah. The snow's kind of nice.
We're going up in North Carolina next week, and usually this time of year they have a pretty nice dry winter. So it'll be 30 degrees out, but I don't feel cold to the bone. Here, the other night when it got down into like the 40s and it was wet feeling outside, I was shivering.
It's been really cold here lately.
That's a 50 cal receiver. You see that line up in the front, that white line? That was a cut in the receiver, and that's a whole receiver still assembled.
Yeah,
with the trunnion in the front and everything. I was like,
man, if Patrick had gotten in touch with that whatever that guy's name that wrote those books, man, we could have probably gotten some of those. And then I don't know how long that would have lasted, because once he got bagged by the popo.
Yeah, I'm never allowed back in the UK because of him.
Yeah,
I'm wanted by Interpol.
Yeah, I want to show this off to you guys. I cannot remember the name of the place, but I was at this place last week in Oregon. How do you say Oregon? Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon. Hold on, let me see. I got to look up what the name of this place is.
It's a little snowy too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, it was snowing. It was way up in the mountains, and what is it called? Oh, here we go. So yeah, I saved this. Oh, there you go. There's trouble. Trouble's in the building.
Motorcycle?
Yeah, we didn't see this video.
Yeah, I haven't posted them all. That was on Friday before it snowed. So
yeah.
Hey, look at this.
So this is what's up. Hey, can you see us waving at him? Oh, he dropped the deuce.
Oh, I think come check his behind.
That's why he came.
A little bit of Shinsky for that.
Yeah, this is where we went to. Timberline Lodge, Mount Hood, Oregon.
Oh, cool.
The 1980 film Shining was filmed in several locations, including Timberline Lodge, Mount Hood, Oregon. The exterior shots of the Overlook Hotel were filmed at this historic hotel. The lodge was built by WPA workers during the Depression and dedicated by FDR. And it was really cool. It was huge. This place was massive. Massive. People go out there. You can get snowed in. They've got like bars and restaurants inside and all kinds of stuff. It was really nice. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. People go over there and go skiing, but I'm not really into.
Well, the place we stayed at was supposedly originally for skiing too, but I don't know how much skiing they do up in that area anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Well, no. You grew up in Florida, so you don't ski. Does Patrick ski?
I snowboard.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, you do snowboard. Okay,
to
that's why you go there to snowboard.
No, we go there because we have property and family, and the family's property, and we go for vacation. But there's a ski lodge not far that we go to.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's hard. The problem we've run into is when your family has a home with everything in the mountains, that we don't have to pay, rent for, it's hard for us to then go, hey, why don't we go somewhere else where we have to get a hotel for the night when the hotel is just included,
Yeah. What did you say, Walt? You want to go snowboarding or skiing?
I want to go snowmobiling.
Snowmobiling.
Yeah,
Okay.
snowmobiling I've heard is really fun. I've never been.
Yeah, I've never done that. I want a motor. I don't want to have to sit and break my leg.
You just got to be careful. That's how. Isn't that how? What's his name died recently? The I forgot what's the name of that guy who did all the stunts. The driving stunts.
Oh! I know you're talking about.
Oh man, I can't
that
believe
was
I
a snow.
name.
I think that was a snowmobile accident. Yeah, I think it was.
No, not Tony Hawk. That's a skateboarder.
No.
Ken Block.
Ken Block. Oh yeah, that's how Ken Block
yeah.
died. Unfortunately, yeah, man, that guy was so badass. But yeah, I think he flipped the thing on him. And I met a guy while I was out there who had some kind of accident. I don't know if it wasn't a snowmobile. I think it was some kind of ATV, and it flipped on him and chopped his arm off. And then they put his arm back on, and so now he's got one shorter arm.
God, could you imagine?
And he could barely move his fingers right now, but that's still a good thing. He got that arm back on.
One must be careful.
Yeah.
Barbed wire fences and snowmobiling is also another way people go.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you don't see it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it gets snowed over. Yeah. So, yeah. Let me see. I did see this out there because, I'm always on the lookout for vans and stuff like that. Check this out. Someone built their own.
That's a build your own.
It is a build your own. No,
That body is
that's a Ford. Yeah, but this looks like they built it, right? See, you can kind of see the flag.
Looks like it's molded.
You think that's purpose built like that?
Yep, I would bet you bottom dollar it is. Yes.
Oh, this just looks like siding that they put together.
And that's a Chevy. That's a Chevy front end, by the way.
Is that a Chevy? I thought it was a.
That's a Chevrolet. That's a Chevrolet.
Okay. It's cool. It's still cool.
Oh yeah. It's got a good look. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks apocalyptic a little bit. But that was that was out there. So, I'm always checking out those things.
So why did you go to Snorri, Oregon? Is it top secret?
Work stuff. Yeah, it's got something that's coming up. Yeah, just on the van side, some stuff that Lola and I got up to out there. Okay. That'll be out here at some point. We'll put that up there. It was nice. I'd never been there before. I sent you guys a video of Portland. Do you guys remember that? I sent you a video of Portland where the streets were empty.
I don't know that I ever want to go to Portland.
Yeah, I don't know where that video. Yeah, we were in Portland, in the city. I think we were downtown, and there was no traffic, and there was just garbage on the streets, and I was like, "Oh, this
sounds about right.
This is pretty bad." Let me see if I can pull it up here because I think I saved it. So, yeah, this was I think this was a Monday. Tuesday? Monday. Yeah. Nada. Not any kind of traffic, garbage out there on the streets.
And an empty retail space.
Lots of empty retail space. I think this is where I went to zoom in on some garbage that is coming up.
That's what you get. That's what you get when you're all accepting.
Yeah.
And non-judgmental. That's what you get.
Yeah. So interesting. Because sometimes you think we hear these stories. They're still trying to recover from the shenanigans of the past. Who knows if they
let themselves get into.
They'll never recover until they change 180 degrees. You can't.
Yeah, not everywhere was like that, but that particular downtown place we were at was like that. There was some other places we went later that was kind of busy and nice and all that kind of stuff, but not everywhere. Right. And even where we went there was still obviously a lot of bums and stuff out on the streets and all that kind of thing. But that's a lot of cities are starting to look like that nowadays, I think.
That's a shame.
That's their own fault.
Yeah. What other new stuff is going on that we have not had a chance to talk about?
Hey, was
the guy
the
that burnt the woman to death in the subway?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good lord.
Yeah, there's a guy who is an illegal immigrant who I think they've already kicked out and somehow got back in, maybe. But he just went on the subway, burned a woman, like set a woman on fire. He threw something on her and set her on fire, and then stayed there and watched it.
He sat. They have video of him sitting there watching her just cook.
Yeah.
Right out to the street, first high place with a rope and hang his ass right there.
There was another one that popped up. God, I don't want to bring the mood down, but another one that I would do that too. There's a two male couple that adopted two young boys who did horrific things to those two young boys, and they just got sentenced to 100 years in prison. That was on Twitter today, and it's like, that's not enough. Not enough.
That's not good enough. You got to be strung up upside down and
that's it.
Or drugged
That's
behind a vehicle or something.
That's exactly correct.
Who was the last school shooting thing? That was a chick that did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Has that got any traction? It's got any traction, has it? A white woman,
disappeared
right?
real quick.
Yeah, imagine that. It doesn't fit the narrative.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
She was like a female incel, so there was more to that story. She left a she left a manifesto that I read through, and it was just like angsty 15-year-old. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, but it was. I don't fully understand why it happened.
There's a lot of craziness going on. This is the man faces murder charges in the death of a woman who was lit on fire in a New York City subway, which is insane.
Dude,
she was sleeping. Yeah.
How do you sleep through getting lit on fire? By the way,
I don't know.
She must have been high on something, because if somebody comes up to me and lights my pants on fire, I'm getting up and I'm running. I'm not hanging around.
Guatemalan citizen who entered the U.S. illegally after he'd been previously removed in 2018.
You know what? I guess I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying you got to chip them. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't be on these trains and fall asleep, but I know how it is. When I used to take the train in New York, I mean, it's really... First of all, the train will rock you to sleep, but if you're tired and you're working late hours, which a lot of people do, inevitably you'll fall asleep and stuff like that. But
enough to not know that somebody's lighting your blanket. She also had a blanket.
She was on fire really quick. She got... I'm not sure.
That's what they said. I haven't seen the video, but that's what they said. But she...
See, look, he remained on scene watching her burn from a bench on the subway platform.
Yeah, just wood chipper. I'm with Walter. Wood chipper.
Yeah. He just real quick, dunk, done.
But you see, this is why. So, like, when I lived in New York City, which was in, like, I lived there from the 80s to the late 90s, right? And I was there up till the early zeros, living in New Jersey and stuff like that. But when I lived there, I drove, and a lot of people drove. But I thought, like, oh, when I go back, there'll be less people driving in New York. The last time I was back, there was more people. There was more cars. And this is the reason why, man, because this public transportation in New York will kill you.
And whose fault is that? That's the fault of the city of New York.
I'm going to blame the governor, the mayor,
the city of New York.
Yeah, all the people who are running the city, and the people in New York who vote for these fuckers.
Yeah, they vote them in.
Yeah.
They have police. They have subway police. Where the fuck are they?
They had National Guard there because of all these problems. Kathy Hochul had a video a week and a half ago of her riding the subway saying, everything's fine, everything's safe. Look, I'm on the subway. And you look into the car
with a bunch of guards
surrounding her.
Yes,
because she's surrounded by guards. But no. The subways terrify me as an outsider. I don't.
Yeah. I see. It says there's a thing here on the news that says Bill Clinton is in the hospital.
Oh well, poor Billy.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I feel so bad for him. Oh, poor Bill.
Did you see this? Biden commutes the sentence of nearly all federal death row inmates. So President Joe Biden, including what? No, well, I don't know. Good question. President Joe Biden is commuting the sentences of 37 inmates on federal death row, the White House said Monday. The move reduces the sentence for all but 3 of the 40 inmates on federal death row. Biden says the commutations are consistent with the moratorium my administration has imposed on federal executions, with the exception of terrorism and hate-motivated mass killings. So those are the only... So those, I guess the...
Dylan Roof did not get a pardon or a commutation. Yeah. That's the one that shot up the church, the black church.
Yeah,
Robert
Zoller.
Bowers, 52, is convicted of a hate crime in the killing of 11 worshipers at Pittsburgh synagogue. So blacks and Jews, and then
who is this guy?
Tsarnaev.
Who's Tsarnaev?
He was Boston bomber.
The bomber guy. Okay.
So the Boston bomber, the Pittsburgh synagogue killer, and Dylan Roof. So that doesn't surprise me, but why did he commute I want to see the list of the other people that got commutations.
Yeah, they're not super covering it here, but why are these people on federal death row? Because they killed people.
Because they're in the same category as the Dylan Roofs, and they're all the same people.
That's why they're on that. So why can if we know these people did this? Why can't we? Why do we need them on the planet?
Why are they still there? That's the problem I have.
I agree with that.
Just make it happen.
But by the way, I don't think Biden is controlling any of this shit. You guys have seen, I think it was the Washington Post or one of these newspapers came out with a thing saying almost from the beginning of the Biden administration, this dude was impaired. And they knew there was something wrong with him. So they've been managing him and controlling people's access to him the whole time. So basically, he's not running the show.
He's not doing any of it.
It's the interns and the assistants and all of that doing this bullshit.
And his wife.
Yeah. And we should hold them accountable for this bullshit.
Oh, come on.
How? What are we going to ever do?
He's going to pardon everybody. If he's going to pardon Fauci,
He's going to keep going, dude. This is going until, what is it, January 20th?
He's not going anywhere till the last second.
Yeah, this is going to keep going on. And then, what was it? There was something I sent you guys that was... Did you all see that... hold on. I think I sent this to you guys.
What was the thing
I was just told... Dad, bye, and then the door closed. He closed the door on me.
Yeah. So here's another one. So retiring. Let me see if I can get this to pop up here.
Oh, the one that's in the dementia.
Yeah, retiring Texas Congresswoman who has missed votes since July, experiencing dementia issues, son says. She is in a nursing home, and she is still serving Texas.
She's not still serving. No, she's not still serving.
Yes.
Have they
yes, she is.
Still serving. They replaced her. What's her name? I thought I read that they had already replaced her.
No,
Close that. What's the name of Kay Granger.
Yeah, Kay Granger has been experiencing dementia issues in recent months and is living as in an independent living facility. Her son said, "It's been a hard year." Blah blah blah. This chick is still serving.
I don't care how hard it's been.
They voted her out, so she didn't run for re-election. But yes, she is. Yeah,
she has technically a replacement, but he can't come in. But
she's still serving. Correct.
Yeah, she's still serving. And she's a Republican. I don't give a crap. They need to get her ass out.
Who's she is? Who's she doing? This is a U.S. congressman, right? In the Congress, right?
Yeah, Congress. Yes.
Texas.
Yeah.
State of Texas.
They should be removed through Congress, by Congress.
Yep.
I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party.
They got to get out.
I don't care what, yeah, you're gone.
Yeah.
It's just...
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2A 2acommerce.com.
Yeah. So what were you saying, Walt?
No, I mean, I don't care what party they're from. If you can't function and you can't do your duty,
we
you
had
should
the
be
same
removed.
Get out. Yeah.
Feinstein was the same BS.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
I told her
Is it
about
Mitch McConnell? Is it Mitch McConnell? I think.
How is he not dead?
Yeah, he didn't know where he was at that one time either. He was having a stroke.
Yeah, he might be in and out. Like sometimes he might be okay, but
you were
so
gone
what?
for a couple days last. He had it happen like twice in the last 2 weeks. It's been in the news again. He's still like his brain is mush. It's gone.
Yeah, these people. I don't care how you slice and dice it, man. They don't care about America.
So,
they know there's something wrong with them. They're still there. Their families know there's something wrong with them. Go ahead.
Reading through all the federal cases, it's people that committed murder or kidnapping and murder, things like that.
Or rape, like what's his name says it's hold on.
On the federal side. So
yeah, Jay Bruce said some of them raped and murdered children.
Yeah, they did horrendous things, and it's just instead of being on the state side, it was on the federal side, and federally they put them to death. They should have killed them a long time ago.
Yeah,
I don't think Biden is running this, but I mean,
he's not. There's no thinking. We know he's not.
Yeah. These guys are doing everything they could possibly do.
22 Beretta M9, $269. It's not a bad deal.
Where's
actually.
that? Where's that?
I'll send you the link. It's one of one that the guy has for sale, and it's a pretty good deal.
I mean, I have a Beretta, but
A 22?
260.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 22.
Yeah, this is a M9 in 22. It's actually pretty cool.
Who made it?
Beretta. It's a Beretta.
Oh, it's a Beretta. Oh, okay. It's not one of those GSG
They don't
specials.
It's not a knockoff. It is Italian Beretta.
What? Wow. How much?
It's actually a pretty good deal. $269. I'll find the link.
I don't need it, but yeah.
Hank, get you a Beretta.
He just bought $500 worth of car wash and shit.
It's more than $500. It's more.
Yeah, you don't get nothing. And you could have had that car wash for.
Dude, every time I go to the stupid place where you pay the money, it's like $40-$50.
They do have this, Walter. I'm gonna send you two because this one's good too.
Let me see. What was I gonna go look up?
Some dishwashing. Look at an old towel and your and a chamois.
You guys are savages. You guys are savages.
You know what? But it'd be pretty as a muff when I get done. I guarantee you that.
Okay. All right.
Here, Walter. This one's for you too because I want somebody else to buy it, so I don't. I don't have the money, so I'm not buying it. But
yeah, I don't think.
To buy one of the 1934 Berettas that are all over the place now. I've been tempted to buy one of those. But
check this out. $5.99.
Did you put this in our group thing?
Group chat, yeah.
Okay.
Walter, it's $5.99. A pretty good deal on what that is.
For that Colt?
No, yeah. Did you see what it is?
1917.
The original 1917.
I got that whole one. I got to put together.
You do.
Yeah, that one. I got to get back.
Why can't I see this thing?
Oh,
here we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, I see it.
Text. Here's the other one. If anybody wants to. Oh.
What other news? Was there any gun stuff that came out?
Well, I would look on my other laptop here, but it doesn't want to connect to the internet now for some reason. Fucking thing. It's one of those. It's aggravating. It's I guess it's probably pretty simple if I could figure it out. But
So just before we go off to anything, wait, what happened here? I just want to pop this up here real quick. Shout out to Bruce Willis, man. I know Bruce Willis is not in the best of health lately. Yeah, he's in his last days. But when Christmas time and we're watching the traditional Christmas movies, like Die Hard, which I was watching the other day with Lola. Bruce Willis, American treasure, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Bruce. Yeah, there's a lot of from Jersey.
Really? You know that?
Yeah, I think Bruce Willis was born in Jersey. I think so because just like my boys, there's a lot of good Bruce Willis movies out there. Does anyone have their favorite Bruce Willis movie? Other than Die Hard, please.
It's the Lilo Dallas Multipass.
Fifth Element. That's mine. That's mine. That's
a good one. That's
Fifth Element. That's a good Bruce Willis.
What's his name? The black guy in it is also very funny.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker in there is really good.
Yeah, he hates that movie, but I think it's very funny.
It doesn't surprise me because they kind of.
He's kind of doing Prince. He's doing Prince or Michael Jackson.
It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Did you ever see Fifth Element, Walt? I don't know if you've seen it.
I have seen it, but it's been a long time.
Yeah. Any Bruce Willis movies you like out there? He's done some good war movies, I think.
Right off the top of my head, I can't.
I'm trying.
War movies? Has he really?
Yeah, Bruce Willis is. Hold on, let me. Yeah, Bruce Willis has been in some good because he's got that look. He's got that like World War II era look. You know, that old school thing. Let me see. Let's see. I'll bring up Bruce Willis. Let's look at his. Okay, so actually, let's go back here and look at Bruce Willis. I
saw the new Beetlejuice movie on the airplane.
That was good.
What'd you think? I'll tell you what I think after you say what you think.
It was not good.
No, I enjoyed the Beetlejuice banter that he did a little bit. You know,
Michael Keaton is good.
Okay.
Yeah, but some of the other stuff, it was woke. It was a little too woke.
The rest of it was total nonsense.
Yeah, it didn't make. Some of it just didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know.
And Jenna Ortega is cute in I like goth chicks.
The little girl,
but,
the little, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but
yeah, she's
I think she's woke feminist as well, though.
Yeah. So
she got them pouty lips. She's kind of. Yeah.
It didn't make any sense for this movie. Didn't make any sense. They could have done this better. And what's his name? Who is it that directs these movies? Oh my lord!
Is it Tim Burton?
Tim Burton could have done way better than this.
Did Tim Burton not direct this one?
No, he did. He did do it.
Oh,
Tim Burton did do
still.
it. Yeah. So,
Okay.
it to me, I didn't like it. The first one is way better. Let's look at Bruce Willis movies here. So this is the new stuff, but we got to go past that. I'm going to tell you. Let's see. Like he made a lot of movies because, as you know, towards the end here, they had him just doing a bunch of crap, and I don't think he was really, or maybe he was just doing it for the money. I never saw the Glass. I've never seen that.
Don't know that one.
That movie Glass. Let's see, or Split or any. I don't like M. Night Shyamalan. I'm not a fan of that dude. Let's see. Sin City. He was in Sin City. It's okay. He was in G.I. Joe Retaliation, which isn't the best movie in the world. The Die Hard movies were good. I don't know if Die Hard, A Good Day to Die Hard is the best. I think the first Die Hard, second Die Hard, and the third Die Hard are the best ones. But he was in the movie Looper. He was pretty good in Looper. It's a sci-fi movie. If anyone's seen it. He was in the Expendable movies. Let's see. He was in Red. I don't know if you guys seen Red.
No.
Cop Out was horrible. And Live Free, Die Hard. Planet Terror, he was in. I've seen those. Quentin Tarantino movies. I'm surprised I haven't seen the, he was in one of the, he was in Ocean's 12. The Whole Nine Yards, that was a good movie. Tears of the Sun. Heart's War, that's the one I was thinking. Is that a World War II? Yeah. During World War II, Heart's War. You never saw that, Walt?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's some other stuff. Bandits, Unbreakable, The Whole Nine Yards. He did a lot of movies. Damn. Bruce Willis was... The Jackal. I think he was actually good in the movie The Jackal. I like that movie. But anyway, shout out to 12 Monkeys. That's a good sci-fi that's out there. Pulp Fiction was good. That was good too. Pulp Fiction.
Damn, he did do a bunch of movies.
Yeah, The Last Boy Scout he was in. Hudson Hawk is a terrible movie, but I actually love it. Yeah, there's some good movies out there. Yeah. Yeah, let's go back to guns. It's going to be a sad day. Bruce Willis was in a Miami Vice, I see. I didn't even realize that.
He's unfortunately not long for this world, I don't think.
No.
But
and it is sad because he does seem.
I like Bruce Willis.
Nice person.
Yeah. What was on? Did you look at Firearms blog? Is it no new guns have come out that I know?
That's what I'm scrolling through right now. I was just
nothing new,
nothing crazy.
Aren't we supposed to be getting more guns getting released like this
soon?
As we're approaching SHOT Show?
SHOT Show?
Soon, we should start seeing the SHOT Show stuff.
It is that time.
Bushmaster announces the Muda 2 BM556 suppressor.
Oh, okay.
Next generation of company's original direct thread Muda.
Yeah, I've got the first gen of those. What's new in the...
Was the first gen 3D printed?
No, I don't think so.
This one's definitely looks like it's 3D printed. It's on page... It's like fourth down on page 3, I think.
Oh, okay.
If you go to page 3 on the Firearms blog,
let me pull this up.
Down.
Oh, by the way, PSA crank.
I would love to get my hands on one.
Are you going for the 5.56 or are you going for a different cal? Yeah, what's up, Walt?
By the way, Honda and Nissan. Bingo.
Merging. Crazy times we are living in.
But I watched, Nissan has taken tremendous losses.
Yeah. Nissan's falling hard.
Everything is way overpriced right now, and the inventories are huge with the automakers. And repo levels right now are at record highs. So there's going to be a correction in the auto industry, I think.
Also, a lot of these companies that didn't properly try to go after making electric cars burn money. They burn money.
All the electric ones are down too.
Electric is down more
Tesla is doing. Tesla is doing really well, very well.
Stop. Tesla sales are down too. Stop.
Okay. Let me explain something to you. Tesla is the king.
Don't use the stock market as a guide.
Oh yeah, let me not use how much money the stock is making as a gauge of anything.
That can end. That can change in a day.
That ain't changing. That ain't changing anytime soon.
Cars are down hard. Nobody's buying electric.
Elon's on the government cheese pretty hard too. So.
Yeah, but let me tell you this. Here's the thing. I know you don't want to hear it, but the way that Tesla made electric cars, they can afford to cut. They have it figured out. They can also afford to cut the prices, and they're still making money. Here's the problem with Nissan, Ford, all these other companies. I'm telling you something, Walt. I researched the company extensively. The thing that happened with a lot of other companies like Ford, etc., when they sell electric cars, they lose $50,000 for each one that they sell. They lose 50. That's like they're all losing somewhere between $30 and $50 to $100,000.
Why?
Then don't do it. They shouldn't do it. They shouldn't do it.
I was watching a guy today, and he's showing all these $100,000 trucks sitting. Nobody can afford that shit.
Or you probably saw the same video I did. Well, he's going through lots and showing what's sitting in.
And
Dodge
200 days.
Ram trucks are at like 262 days on lot right
Stellantis is fucked. I mean, Stellantis, the CEO, just quit 3 weeks ago.
They were saying he was saying, the thing is that a healthy car market is like 32 days of inventory. They're sitting at like 250 for most vehicles right now.
Yeah, and the interest rates are tough go for a lot of these guys.
Those are going up too.
Yeah, but let me explain this. A lot of the regular cars you see out there are basically the same cars, but the companies have been pushing up the prices to compensate for what they're doing over on making the electric cars, and that's really what's killing them. And whether you want to believe it or not, I'm telling you, Tesla could cut their prices down, and they're still making money for everything they sell, and they sell more electric cars than anyone else, and they're making money. They're not losing money. They're making it.
Their car market is still down.
The car market is down. Yes, the car market is down 100%.
You still have to pay that high interest rate when you buy that Tesla.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, no one's going to buy under these high interest rates. But the guy who's in control of the Fed is not really. He doesn't want to cut. They don't want to do Trump any favors.
No.
They don't want to cut.
Did you see the new vehicle coming out from? I think it's a truck and a SUV coming out from Honda. I thought it was Honda. No, I'm sorry, Volkswagen Group. It's a new SUV.
Yes, you're talking about the Scout.
The Scout. Did you see this stuff about that happening right now?
What?
They're trying to do so. The Volkswagen Group is trying to do the Tesla thing by cutting out the dealerships and just selling direct. And the dealerships are now suing them because they're like, no, we want access to the Scouts.
Well, I can understand that. Yeah.
Yes.
Here's
exactly.
the funny.
Like, no,
here's the funny thing about the Scout. People don't know. So you ever heard of a company named Rivian?
They have something to do with Rivian?
Yeah, they make electric pickup trucks, right? They were putting out the.
Cool.
Yeah, they're really nice. Yeah, they make the Amazon truck. They make a nice looking pickup truck. So that technology, Volkswagen Group is because Rivian's going to go through tough times that Tesla went through 10 years ago right now. So Volkswagen Group made a commitment to give them $5 billion so they can use their tech in those Scouts.
Are the Scouts going to be electric?
Yeah. Well, yes. There's gonna be a gasoline version of it.
You know what's really funny?
But
I told Marley that if you look at, there's a picture of that Scout, those Scouts, where it's both the truck and the SUV. And I told Marley, I was like, if you look at it, it looks like if you took truck, if you went to the generic store and said, I want truck and I want SUV, that's what they look like. They have no angles.
No, but look at this. Hey, okay, hold on. I'll show you.
SUV.
I'll show. So I'll show you the Scout pickup truck, right? I'll show you the Scout pickup.
I'm telling you, generic.
I'm going to show you images. I'm going to show you images of what they are coming out with right now. Oh, hold on, just had it. No, this is it. This is it right here.
That looks like generic truck. There's the one with the truck and the SUV.
Well,
so check that out. Truck. So now let's go search Rivian pickup truck. Hold on.
I've seen Rivians. There's a couple in the city. They're not.
Yeah, but what does that remind you of? Pretty much the same thing.
Here we go.
It's ugly.
They are ugly, I think, too.
They're pretty much the same thing. I think the Scout does have a better styling.
It's generic.
I would say the Scout styling is better, but yes.
Look at that! Look at that! If you told me to just you had a 7-year-old draw a picture of truck, that's what they would draw right there.
Yeah. But
the bottom line is the market is
going to correct.
We're gonna. Yeah, for sure.
They have to start selling things and take a look. You can't sit on the inventory. Nothing.
Well, also they're manufacturing too much. I think they should control these numbers. They saw this coming.
You better bring the prices down so you can sell the shit. Then
they're not. They don't want to. They got used to COVID.
They want $90,000 SUV prices. They don't want $30,000 SUV prices.
The average person cannot buy that. They're not buying it.
I'm not arguing that with you.
I don't care what.
But how do you prop up a company that should have died a long time ago?
You don't.
Correct. Well, the government steps in.
I agree, but that's what these people are trying to do. Do you know why? So the reason why Honda is going to take over Nissan is because of how
it's a deal.
It's a deal. But also, they think that somehow they're going to save Nissan by incorporating it into Honda, and then using that incorporation to develop these electric cars. This is all.
You're beating a dead horse.
The problem is they have not removed the mandates, and let me predict something for you guys right now. Trump is not removing the mandates.
No, he's not going to.
He's not going to remove. I don't agree with the electric car mandates at all. I don't agree with it, but Trump will not remove it.
Well, because his buddy is.
No. Tesla would benefit. Tesla would benefit by all of this shit. Tesla is not. It's not. What's going to happen to Tesla is completely separated from what happens to the rest of the auto industry. It's over. Tesla can buy all of those guys up right now as it stands.
You saw that video. I saw Patrick. That guy tells you what's selling.
Yeah,
$25,000 to $30,000 cars.
$25,000 to $30,000 vehicles. $35,000 SUVs. That's about it. $65,000.
We don't have a lot of
trucks
those.
aren't moving.
Yeah, but that's the company's fault.
We've talked about this before. If Toyota was allowed, or even if they made it legal.
Folks, let me tell you about U.S. Law Shield. If you're serious about your Second Amendment rights, then you need to get serious about protecting yourself legally. Use promo code HANK for 2 free months on an annual membership, plus a locked-in rate of just $10.95 per month. Remember, the fight for freedom doesn't end at the range. Arm yourself with U.S. Law Shield, and remember to use promo code HANK. All right, so we're back. Listen.
If Toyota figured out a way to import those $15,000 trucks, and even if they made them $18,000 and put the stuff on that they needed, people.
I wish they would.
They would not.
They would make money if they sold it for $40,000. But you know why we won't get it? We have stupid laws in America.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And no one is getting rid of those stupid laws. You know the other reason. You know the other reason why they won't. They're not getting rid of those laws. I wish they would.
26. No, 24.
I wish they would get rid of these laws. You know what the other reason we have these problems is because of what's going on with unions and stuff like that here in America, which I think at one time may have had a good purpose a long time ago, but we have a bunch of labor laws as well, so we got to change some shit here, right?
And the EPA, you got to get rid of the EPA.
We paid good money, but we own a vehicle that was not built with union labor, and is probably way better than my Ford. Our Toyota outstrips my Ford every day. It is way better.
That same video, the guy brings up the point. A lot of these cars are assembled in Mexico, so the union's not the issue. It is a simple fact that the fucking companies are charging the fuck out of everything.
But we're propping up the companies. The companies should have gone out of business already. A lot of the, maybe not Ford. I'm not like Ford.
Ford's
the only one that didn't get
bad.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, and Ford is kind of on the edge of this because I don't have good feelings about Ford in the last few years. I think they've gotten bad.
A lot of people.
They've gotten really bad. Now the thing is, like Stellantis. We basically prop them up, and then we let Italian companies come in and take them over. Italian-French. It's an Italian-French kind of conglomerate with Stellantis.
There was no reason for us to prop them up.
And GM should not even exist.
No, GM shouldn't either. Correct.
Should not exist, but we are propping them up, and this is what we're facing. And I hate to annoy Walter, but if you go back to what the Biden administration did, is when they were pushing electric, and instead of taking the one American company that is building everything electric in a better way and saving money, just like they're doing at launching rockets, they said fuck you very much, you don't exist, and they put Stellantis, GM, and Ford up there. And those companies have they're going through this because they burnt through money trying to build electric cars.
The other problem, and Walter is going to probably say this as well, is your average American does not want an electric car. The government tries to force it on us, and we don't.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to tell you something. You know why they don't want it? And I'm not saying people should buy whatever the hell they want. The biggest reason is that when people try electric cars, I've done this personally, from Ford, Stellantis, GM, or even some of these European, they are shit.
I'm also not gay,
They're shit. They're crap. They're not good cars. They're not useful. They don't have a good charging network. They don't. I just upgraded my Cybertruck. That Cybertruck drove me back from Gainesville today, all the way. These guys don't have that type of shit.
Walter, you know what's funny? Marley and I are talking about what we're going to get as our next vehicle, and it's probably going to be a Toyota. I'm looking at, I'm going through Comma AI's website and looking at, what can I get to set Comma AI up? That's the self-drive that Richard Hughes has.
Yeah.
I've heard that you like it, too.
It's pretty good. You're talking about Walt uses it. Yeah.
All right.
But, I'm going to tell you, man.
Once again, if you want to get an electric car, get an electric car. But nobody should be telling anybody and forcing the whole industry to do that, because it's going to destroy the American industry. They're not worried about the foreigners.
How
They're gonna
many-
destroy us?
How many electric charging stations did they build with that $1.5 billion that they had? That
So
Booty
they
Plug didn't even-
built like 7 or something like that. But
With how much money?
see, the other thing is, instead, like Tesla built an awesome network, but you know what happened? The thing that everyone, so when Tesla was building up their network, they try to say to all these companies, let's all use the same plug, because Tesla's plug is better, smaller, lighter weight, all of that. The other companies said, fuck you, we're going to go with this thing, and then they all set themselves up to use Electrify America, right? Now, Electrify America belongs to the Volkswagen Group, and it was their punishment for Dieselgate that America said you have to set up this electrical network. What happens if you're punished to do something? Do you take care of it? Do you build it?
No.
Do you make it work good?
That Volkswagen diesel will outperform cheaper than any electric car. Period. In the long run,
Volkswagen
it's
diesels,
cheaper to buy, it's cheaper to maintain. You don't have to have a network.
But again, the government is why we do not have diesel engines.
People should buy electric cars because they want to. And if you make a really good electric car, people will buy the shit out of it. That's what's happening with Tesla. You make a really good electric car, people will buy it. All over the world, people buy it. But if you make a crappy one, people won't buy it. That's
not possible.
That's the bottom line.
Our energy density is not possible currently to make.
And another thing so for example, one of the things that Musk is totally fine with is Trump pulling that $7,500 tax credit for buying an electric car, which most of the Teslas don't even my Cybertruck didn't qualify for it. But that's one of the things that's been propping up these companies. And I'm telling you something, all of this is actually only going to help these guys because ultimately, what happens, with consumers, you buy the best things that are affordable to you.
The consumer always knows best.
100%.
The government cannot tell consumers what they want.
Yeah. A good example of this is Apple put out, what's Apple's Oculus type thing called? Apple Vision.
Pro.
Yeah. Apple put out this Apple Vision thing that costs like $3,000. No one bought it. Because there's already companies making.
I can get an Oculus for $250 on sale for Black Friday.
So what are people buying?
Oculus for $250 on Black Friday.
Yeah. So no one is buying the Apple thing, even though, listen, most of us have Apple phones, but people have the choice to buy whatever damn phone they want so far.
And speaking of that, you don't really have a lot of choices.
You could buy Apple or you could buy something on Android. But,
or you can go online and buy something from China.
Everything is from China, including the...
I'm talking about just a phone. It's not a brand. It's not in my Zing Zong phone or whatever.
Yes,
yes. We'll play with that for a while. My son, he had a China man phone for a while. Is that a bad word, China?
No.
I'm laughing at the idea of Will because I know
China man phone.
I know Will. Yeah, I know he really tried to make it work, and he's a smart guy.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
What do you? Yeah. Anyways, So anyway.
Listen, the consumer wins ultimately.
Yeah,
The consumer wills, and also here's another thing. Cars in the last 10, 15 years are so good that if you're looking at expensive-ass cars, you don't have to buy another one.
Yeah, but...
You don't need to get a new car.
Our Toyota supposedly will last us 300,000 miles.
Yeah, but Walter's Suburban has... How many miles on that thing?
That Suburban has outlived...
It's got 230.
Yeah.
230.
So
but
there's...
it's not going to last forever. You have to have that idea.
Yeah.
You can make it last forever and replace this and replace that and replace this and replace that. I would not spend $100,000 for. I won't spend $80,000. I won't spend $70,000 for a Suburban. So
that's what they're going for now. That's what they're asking.
Walt, you're looking entry level 80.
Yeah, but you know what? They lose value so fast that you spend that $80,000. And they got that video we watched. A lot of people are $10,000 underwater. The average car.
Yes,
purchase.
you watch the same video as me, Will. 100%.
And you're going, that's like paying too much for a house, and then all of a sudden it's worth half of what you paid.
We ran the number.
You might as well hold on to it. It doesn't make sense to buy a new one and like now add to your payments. You might as well hold on to what you have and don't change it.
If you could make it.
We ran the number on Marley's Toyota, and we still owe $34,000 or $33,000. She could sell it for what we have in it, no problem, and make a little bit of money.
In that same video, he brought up the fact, during COVID, people were selling their used cars for like what a new car cost.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't happening no more.
Yeah, I did that.
There's no more of that monkey business no more.
Nope.
No, we're not going to see that for a while now.
There's no chip shortages. There's no nothing.
Walt, I watched that entire.
There are still chips. There are still chip shortages, which is ridiculous, but it doesn't matter now.
Car production.
No.
Car production.
No, they need to stop car production. They are making too many cars. Too many cars are being manufactured.
They need to bring the price down.
Yes.
It's not the whole answer.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not the whole answer, but you can't keep making cars and putting, like, where are they going? If no one's buying them, where are they going?
You can keep making cars, but you can't fix the price. You can't go and say, we demand this price when there is so much on the market. That's not how market works.
But these companies are not going to stop what they're doing because the government is going to bail them out. And you guys are going to be shocked when Trump bails out these companies.
No, I won't be shocked because that doesn't surprise me at all.
This is the problem. We have to stop bailing people out. If people fail, they fail. I don't care. If it's Tesla, they should fail. If they're not actually developing anything or doing anything, here's the problem. There are companies out there who are developing shit and doing shit. And the automotive companies in America, the big three, one of them, which is really a French-Italian company, isn't doing shit. They're not doing anything.
I propose this. Take off all the import restrictions and let me buy whatever I want from wherever part of the world I want.
If I could bring in the Toyotas, some of those, if I could bring in the freaking Land Cruiser from Australia, oh my God, the nice Land Cruiser. Not the Turbo 4 that we have to have here.
Oh, in that same video, charging crazy money for these pickup trucks, and they got a 4-cylinder in them.
Yes.
And I'm like,
but fuck? You know why that is? Because it has to hit a certain efficiency. It has to hit a certain efficiency.
Bullshit.
But it's also cheaper to build a 4-cylinder.
It is cheaper, and they're still charging the premium prices for the bullshit electronics that they put in the cars that aren't worth shit.
Right.
And then one of the ways they're trying to get around it is they're putting in 4-cylinders and then they're putting batteries and things like that to make it a hybrid to game the numbers. But to me, I don't think I do think there's some vehicles I'll be happy to have a hybrid system like a battery and then an engine, like a van, for example, that gets real heavy. Yeah, I'm down with that. But cars, you don't need that shit. You don't need it. You can do one or the other and rock and roll. That's it.
And then that hybrid. I mean, I'm not against that stuff. The car we were driving in a Kia over in Europe that William rented, a sporty Kia, and I guess it got good gas. We didn't get that much gas in the thing.
I mean, a Prius is pretty good. I'm not knocking a Prius. I mean, I've made fun of Priuses, but they're pretty good.
I have a thing that I say every single time. Have you ever met somebody, God forbid that somebody out there drives a Prius? I've never met a Prius driver that I've ever liked. They're all horrible.
Okay, now hang on, back up, Hank. I sent you that picture of the dad that his son used to be in the scout troop. He got a Cybertruck.
Yeah,
he
used to drive a Prius.
God.
Everyone that I know that had so we make fun of Priuses, right? But everyone that I know that's owned a Prius tells me it was the best. They tell me it's the best car they ever owned.
He had a lot of miles on that Prius.
Yeah, they tell me it's the best car they've ever owned. Yeah.
But that's a basically gas electric. It's not primary.
Yeah. So you can get like 60 miles per gallon off of it. Above that.
Used to be a fanboy of Ford. I've only ever owned Mustangs, and I will fully admit that the Toyota, the 4Runner, is the best vehicle we've ever, between both of us.
I like how you've just recently discovered. I've had like Toyotas for the last 30 years.
We've become converts to Toyota, 100%.
Yeah, they're awesome. No?
Great company. Great.
I think Toyota's better than Honda. Honda is making some shit. That's why I think that Honda, Nissan is going to destroy both of those companies.
I was just going to ask, is there any Nissan out there that y'all can think of off the top of your head that you go, I would own that. I like that.
I'd like
old Nissans.
I'd like to have a foreign-made Nissan Patrol.
Yeah, I love the Nissan Maxima or
the ones they sell in overseas, like in Australia.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, the Nissan pickup trucks are not bad. They make a decent pickup truck, but lately there's been a lot of shit going on. Remember I told you guys about that whole thing with Carlos Goshen, the guy that used to run Nissan, that the Japanese actually set him up to get arrested and he had to sneak out of the country? Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
That guy is laughing right now in whatever country he's hiding out in.
The fact, when you say pickup trucks, a lot of people need a truck to work with. Mm-hmm. And they can't spend $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 for a work truck. It just doesn't make any sense. You can't do it.
When I got my Mustang, by the way, I paid $26,000 for that Mustang, which is
well, that's because you got the gay version of a Mustang, so that's why.
Very happy with it. It's got almost as much horsepower as a V8.
You got a Mustang that's not a V8.
The electric Mustang.
No, it's not electric. I did not get that game.
No, I'm not talking about the Mach-E. I'm not talking about the Mach-E. No, I'm talking about your.
I would have gotten a 6, but they got rid of the 6. And you can either get the 4 or you can.
I feel that's sacrilege. And you're a Floridian, man. You were born and bred in Florida.
I love it. I get 34 miles to the gallon on the interstate, and it's still 325 horsepower. It's great. But God damn it! Now I fucking can't remember what I was even saying.
Did you see that now they had I had that Challenger? Right. Did you see that now the Challengers, the electric ones are out?
We were
crazy.
We were talking about getting a truck when I bought that Mustang. Mm-hmm. Like trucks were the low end for trucks was like $48,000, and I was like, I'm not spending that on a truck. And now that 48 has ballooned to like 65 on the low end.
Yeah, and why? Why?
Exactly.
It's just imaginary. It's just imaginary prices to subsidize the shit that companies have done.
You're not getting any more in the truck. You're not getting anything special. You're getting less engine probably, and it's like
Yeah. It's just to subsidize what these companies have done. And let's bear in mind, dudes, the biggest DEI companies in America in the last 5 to 8 years has been the big 3.
Yes, 100%. They're really terrible. Okay. And it's because they're unionized.
Including Ford. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
So these guys brought on their own demise, but they're not worried because someone's going to come and bail their asses out. And I honestly don't feel bad for them because I think at the end, whoever does the best thing needs to win here on their own merits. So, I think that people, like you guys are saying, the regular folks out there who don't have that kind of money want a good car that doesn't cost them a lot of money and they don't have to keep buying it over and over again. But that's not going to happen anymore, people. It's just not going to happen anymore. We've moved past that. Then we're going to have to dismantle unions. We're going to have to get rid of a lot of laws.
Yes.
What?
We're going to have to stop subsidizing car companies.
Yes, that's the answer.
You got to get rid of the oppressive
EPA
emission stuff because that is a plan to push electric.
But it's not going to stop. For example, we cannot stop what California is doing. Even the Supreme Court recently. But listen to me. If you look it up, the Supreme Court recently refused to stop California from their CAFE standards. And here's the problem: what company is going to make one car for the rest of America and a special car for California?
Don't make it for California then. And they will have to.
That's what I would do.
I would say if I was for it, say we're not making California models anymore.
They won't lose out on that market. It's too much money.
Yeah, but is it?
It is.
It's a big market. It's a big market in the whole world, California.
You gather up the guys and say, guys, let's not do California anymore. Watch what happens.
We got to stop propping up California. In a lot of ways, we prop up California. So
correct.
That's a whole other issue.
If they could get all of the automakers on board and say fuck California, they would get their way.
Yeah.
But they're not going to because they
So,
can't agree on
but listen, I'm curious to see what Trump and Musk and Ramaswamy and Vance and all these, and you know what? It's going to come down to the Republicans, and just like we saw with this spending bill, you know, where they first try to sneak by the big stack, and then it came down, but there's still shit in it. But at the end, I'm not. Listen, it's got to move forward. But Republicans really are not planning on changing. I would rather have a shutdown, man.
Shut the government down. Fuck them.
I would rather shut it down until people get their shit together. But it's not going to happen.
Why can't they have a budget like they used to have for the whole year?
Because we're addicted.
We're past that. We're past that now.
You're not past that.
15 seconds.
In their mind, I'm not saying in my mind. I'm saying they believe that we're not going back, and people in America are going for it.
5 seconds.
Just say no more of these quarterly things or whatever the fuck they do. We're having a budget. If you can't live by it, that's too bad. There's no money.
I agree with you, Walt, but there's a lot. Listen, I'm with you, Walt. I'm all for shutting down, letting things burn, letting things die.
Oh yeah,
survival of the fittest. I'm 100% with it.
I'd have a biggest.
I'm 100% with it.
In the federal government, I'd shut down. I'd shut.
But I have to tell you that we won't do it. America won't do it.
Well, they won't do it. America will do it. They won't do it.
Yeah.
My favorite. I don't remember if you guys remember the last government shutdown, and the one of the liberal arguments was, oh my god, the parks are closed. Oh god, the park. And I was like, bitch, what you mean the park is closed? I drive in and I go walk the park. What do you mean the park's closed?
Well, and the big thing they get everyone with is like, oh, the soldiers won't get paid, and this.
They get paid.
Listen,
y'all shouldn't get paid.
What I think is that we've got to cut and cut hard and all that. But I believe, like Patrick, like you always say, people are too comfortable. No one likes the thought of suffering a little bit.
Nobody's gonna suffer.
When they scare you that the parks are going to shut down, the schools, the planes won't fly.
Let it happen.
Yeah,
planes will fly.
I don't care if they don't fly, but people aren't gonna take this sufferation and let companies move forward on their merits. It's like we're past that now. Everything is going to be subsidized.
It can't be. It's unsustainable.
There has to be something.
It's unsustainable.
So what do we do when, for example, like with these spending bills, when they do this, and the congressmen, there are guys out there who I see who stick to their guns, and I you know, I'm with those guys. But there's a lot of these guys like, oh no, we have to do this, and they're not all Democrats.
There's billions and billions of dollars of woke programs in there.
All of it needs cutting.
Billions and billions of dollars of woke stuff can all be trimmed out. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
Life will go on. The sun will come up.
Yeah, I hope they get tough on it, man. I hope they really, really do it, and it's not just bullshit.
Somebody's got to be the dick, and nobody wants to be called the dick.
Nobody wants to be. That's correct.
But the dick in the end will be the hero. So, you know.
The weird thing, and this is my thing that I feel in America, you know, the weird thing that happens with America is America represents like a third of the whole world spending, right? So whenever things get hard here and whenever people start to feel any kind of pain, someone subsidizes it and lifts it up because they don't want Americans to feel the pain and cut back on the spend. If Americans cut back on the spending, stop buying shit, if Americans really realize like, oh, we're in a depression, shit's getting crazy out here, everything's expensive, and really cut back.
It already is.
The rest of it's not cut back like it really could be. It's not. People are still buying stuff. Yeah, but people are still buying. They might not be buying cars. Yeah, but they're buying shit.
That's why they can't spend the money for a car because they got to.
Yeah.
Buy all the other bullshit.
I was looking. Lola and I were looking at so I don't know if you guys. This is like I'm from the Caribbean, so I eat oxtail. You guys eat oxtail? You know what that is? Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make oxtail soup and stuff.
Yeah. So apparently this was like a big deal in the Caribbean, other places like that, because this is the part of the cow nobody wanted. But yes, it happens to be delicious. Now that even that has gone up, and even that is ridiculously expensive.
Chicken wings, 1980s and 90s chicken wings were trash.
Yeah.
Now look at them.
So spending is going somewhere. Spending is going somewhere on something. And Americans are buying things. They may not be buying cars, but they're buying video games, they're buying phones.
The problem we're having as Americans is we are buying cheaper things that you don't think about at the time as being expensive, but it all adds up to breaking you down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not spending, every week I'm not spending $700 on something, but I'm spending, a little thing here, a little thing there, a little thing here, and then you look at the end of the week and you're like, holy shit, I spent $350 on something I didn't need.
Where'd my money go?
Exactly, that's what's happening. Dude, DoorDash? How the fuck do people afford that crap with an extra $10 here and there for?
But if you look at it, if you compare American salaries to 1983 when I came to this country, it's up across the board. The money that people are making is up. Yeah, even people who aren't working, the money they're getting,
So it's the cost of everything.
Yes, things were cheaper back then, and now they're more expensive, and that's inflation and a bunch of different things.
The dollar was worth more than it is.
Yeah.
Your time was worth more.
Yeah. At some point here, I feel like we have to run into the wall, but everyone is afraid of letting America run into the wall.
They're going to hold off as long as they can because nobody wants to be the evil one that lets it happen. Even though it would set us free by breaking things, it's just fucking impossible.
Yeah.
I gotta break this room up. This is a mess.
Anyway, listen, we are at the 9:00 hour. I feel like we're leaving everything on such a negative note before we come back in 2025. Listen, life goes on, man. No matter what happens to this planet, it's gonna spin. Someone's gonna be left alive. Yeah, some of us are gonna be getting eaten by the zombies and become poop, but that poop will help to grow plants. And creatures will come out of that, and the planet will be fine and keep spinning, and everything will be okay. And if we go all the way back to when we were living in caves and mud huts and, in trees or whatever the hell was going on, I don't know. We'll still be fine. It's probably a simpler, better time. Like I always tell Lola, when we were just living in Brooklyn in an apartment.
The good old days, right?
Yeah,
the good old days.
Yeah, it was so much easier,
As my
but
dad said,
we'll
weren't. The good old days, they weren't so good. That's what my dad said.
Yeah, it's this weird human condition. But I personally hope that 2025 is like a better year for everyone. I hope we do. I hope that once Biden's out and Trump takes over, and he gets his way, we get some of this stuff sorted out. I don't really realistically believe we're going to solve a lot, but I hope we make some things happen and we put good things in motion, especially with like what we've seen, the benefits from what he did with the Supreme Court. I want to see more of that happen. I want to get rid of a lot of the bullshit that's going on. I think there's opportunities, although we don't know what's coming. Sometimes you have to step back to move forward. So, that's what I hope. Personally, for me, it hasn't been, it's been a good year, I would say. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's been a good year. I'm working harder than I ever did, but I'm not suffering.
We had Marley and I over Thanksgiving had our year in review, and I'm never going back to working for somebody else. It's been tough, but
you're your own boss. Yeah,
I love it.
You're not suffering. You got machine guns. You're a baller compared to a year ago.
We're doing great. Seriously, I feel like we're doing great.
I mean, he is. He's got machine guns now. He's his own boss. One more. Yeah. The only thing he's missing is like a massive ammo stash. I don't know what to happen with that.
It is. I'm low on ammo, which is I got to work on that next year.
Yeah. Life is not so bad. I think even for you, Walt, it's not so bad.
Oh, I didn't say it was bad. I mean, it can be better.
More prosperous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on that this coming year. I think dirt foot racing needs to grow a little bit. I got to work at it. That's what.
Yeah. There's a lot of things, a lot of changes coming. Yeah, I might redo some things like vis-a-vis some of the channels. I think this stuff is good, but I might look at flipping up some things a little bit or whatever. I'm definitely going to be going to SHOT Show this coming year. Seeing what's up with all the gun folks since I could do it, hanging out with Walter there. And the companies that have supported us, so that should be fun.
You see some of the debauchery that Rich has been
What?
that sticker that he was going to do for Sonoran. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
No, I know you guys did the competition thing, but I haven't really looked at all the results of that yet.
They haven't posted the pictures yet. I don't think that hasn't went up on their site yet. I hope.
Oh, okay. I shot Rich's gun that he built. I shot that.
Great gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't wait to get my video up on the interweb there with that thing going. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone looks like they made some cool guns. When I saw the stuff like John did like a whole really cool
Deadpool thing.
Yeah. So everyone looks like they did some good things there. So I'm looking forward to all that coming out. But I think 2025 will be nice. We'll be back sometime we're not going to do a New Year's thing. Walter's traveling, Patrick's traveling. I've got stuff going on here. I'm going to let Walter and Patrick tell you guys how you can support them. Let's start with Patrick.
Okay. Crow, the best way to support me is to give me work. I'm not asking for freebies. Give me work. Put me to work. Chrome Vandium Arms. Support at Chrome Vandium Arms is the email, and the phone number again. 352-642-9681. Give me a call. I would be happy to work on any project for you in the new year.
Will you work for ammo?
I actually did the other day. So, what do you think has been feeding my Sten lately?
Oh,
I had a guy. One of the guys that I know said, "Hey, I need this repainted," and I said, "Okay, here's how much it costs." And he goes, "Do you need any ammo?" And I said, "I could use some 9mm." And he brought me his thing and some 9mm, and now I can feed the Sten gun.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Right.
Walt,
I will work for ammo.
There you go. The question's answered. Walt, what about you? How can the folks out there support you?
Yes, Safety Over Firearms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, a little bit of Rumble, a little bit of this Player 2. That's one way. Then there's Sten parts, where those things like he's holding there, Sten gun parts and all kinds of stuff. Check it out. There's different things on there. Mm-hmm. And then there's the Dirtfoot Racing thing, which is the mini bike thing, which, like I said, I'm going to be working at trying to create a product line for that this coming year. So, and kind of do that thing. That's fun stuff too, by the way.
Consistent product.
Okay.
Okay.
Consistent product line, something that you always have
for
advertise.
For Dirtfoot Racing, you're saying?
Yeah. I started things when I kind of dropped the ball and and things. But I got to get back on the ball and start kicking it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's a brand new year. We get to kick some asses. We'll see what comes out of it, and we'll see you guys on the flip side of that. Meanwhile, if you want to see stuff that I have going on, you could check out Stranger Palooza. Big thanks to Babyface P for being here, as well as Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms. Thanks to all you guys out there. Have a safe, happy, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you get all the things that you wanted, but the most important thing is if you have your family and your health, you got a place to live. If you got a job, if you have a way to make some money,
yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
We will see you guys on the other side. What's that, Walt? You got something you want to say before I start pressing buttons?
Yeah, just chill out during the holidays. Don't get mad at any relatives that are liberals. Just keep your
Well, don't overgloat. Don't overgloat, people. There is such a thing as overgloating.
Don't wear your Trump hat to Christmas dinner.
You know what's surprising to me, Walt? Do you know how many Republicans now are buying Teslas? Blow your mind. Those mofos are rolling up. They're rolling up to the dealerships and buying stuff like you wouldn't believe. A friend of mine, his girlfriend works at a Tesla thing. She sells at least, he was like saying she sells about 6 every day. Like you're saying nothing's selling. Dudes are rolling up and buying Teslas like you wouldn't believe.
It doesn't hurt anything. Association is not a bad
as long as no one's forcing you to do it. It's all good.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
yep.
All right. We'll see you guys on the flip side of this. Let me start hitting some buttons here. Big thanks to everyone. We'll see ya.
Goodbye.